What's up, everybody? Hello, welcome to Table Stories, the Seventh Eon. How's it going? Welcome to the show. How's everyone's Sunday going? Caroline, how's your pancake?
It's good.
I see a blueberry in there. Or is that a chocolate
It's
chip?
blueberry pancakes.
Ah, there we go.
I'm a happy kid.
So you're
So you
you're
won't be happy when you look in Discord. That happiness will disappear.
rip.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What happened in
Mega
Discord?
rip.
Who
Mega
do I
rip.
have to?
You know.
Mac!
Everything's fine. Everything is
I
absolutely
swear
fine.
to God.
It might be 2 weekends, okay?
I swear to the fucking unicorn.
Maybe 3.
I'm gonna slap you across the face with a blueberry pancake.
Are you gonna be PAX West?
No!
Why not?
Because I'm too poor.
Even
Have
though,
a tablet. No.
yeah.
Okay, listen. Listen.
We're listening.
Shut up.
Listen, shut up.
That's all
Welcome
I
to the
got.
show, everybody. Welcome to the show. It's good to see you guys. It's good to see you guys. I hope everybody's ready for some D&D 5th edition and excited and ready to journey back into the Shadow Vale. Is everybody ready to journey back into the Shadow Vale?
Yeah.
Yes.
You ready to do this?
I mean,
Yes.
fuck, I can't lie. No.
Yeah. Yeah, that was an interesting turn of events last session, for sure. Why don't we go around the room? Let's introduce everybody. Let's start off with Mac. Why don't you get us started, please?
Hi, I'm Raquanas, and I play Ignia. She's a fire genasi morph, and I gave up my ability to lie, and sort of like, I mean, it was already sort of like a sort of confession towards Kelvin that we were into each other, but then it was like, okay, I need to make sure that he doesn't forget about his mom. Let me kiss him right in the face. Confession. So it's gonna be really interesting. I'm very curious to see what's gonna happen. Yeah.
I think everybody was pretty surprised by that, especially Kelvin.
I wanted to do something crazy, so here I am.
Mission accomplished. Mission accomplished.
Probably only wanted like 20 gold or something. You gave him the ability to lie.
I mean, I felt like the memory that like Fauban gave him was pretty like seemed very important. So yeah, it couldn't just be like a memory.
It's just a memory, not the ability to function as a person.
This is how Peachy lives his life, Mac. He's trying to imagine without that ability what he would have to do. And it's a scary world. It's a scary
It is
world.
a scary world.
Do
Peachy?
you like my hair? Yes. So bad about that.
It's your turn, Peachy.
Oh, hi. Do you like my hair?
I mean,
I have so much of it. Mostly here. Yeah.
Looks great, babe. Looks great.
See, the ability to lie is very important. If you want more lying, Tinder. I'm on Tinder. Plenty of fish.
Christian Mingle.
Christian. Well, people on Christian Mingle are freaks. All right. Speaking of freaks, I play Tristana Fayant.
J-Date.
J-Date? Is that Jesus date?
No, look at
No. Damn it. Okay. I'm going to the next one. I'm going to look up J-Date. J-Date. Jesus was Jewish? What the hell?
Zagonicus?
Hey, I'm Godicus, and I once had a priest comment on how I looked like Jesus when I was in high school. That was fun. And teachers.
But
I actually
you're
had a
white.
teacher. I had a teacher who would call me Yeah, but that's because I'm a hermit now. Like back then, when I went in and say I color quite well, but I just don't see the sunshine anymore. So
Did you?
Yeah.
Were you sunburnt enough to be mistaken as Arabic?
I actually have.
Oh,
been.
okay.
I had a bunch of. I had a bunch of on several occasions. One time when I was there, and the guy looked to my face, was talking to me like English was my second language. Another time, a bunch of my friends were shouting at this guy because they thought it was me, but it wasn't. It was a guy heading to the mosque. So, anyway, I play Kelvin Ironbrew, who's a mountain dwarf alchemist, and he's got a thing for Ignia, and she's making sacrifices, and it's, he's all this going on. He has to save a queen. He's in a different plane. It's all a bit much, and we'll see how he handles it. Yeah.
I wish you luck. I wish you luck. Vandy.
Hi guys, I'm OG Bandy and I play Selena. And I have a pancake.
But you are a pancake now.
Yes. I'm a pancake. I got a tattoo yesterday.
Is it of
Which
a
is pretty
pancake?
rad.
Hooray!
Yeah.
Are you going to show it? Are you going to show it
Yeah,
for everybody?
yeah, okay, I'll show it. It's just a little one behind my ear, a little square.
What does it mean?
Just my friends and I got one. We all got one. There's 4 of us.
That's where the aliens will insert the nanobots into her brain.
That's what I'm hoping. Because now they can see a mark on the skin. So
Mm-hmm.
now they can just like open it up and easy insert into my brain.
There you go.
So yeah, that's it's for the aliens. And
Zagaticus is looking for them right now.
Oh, there's
I'm trying to remember. There's some TV show or something where they have an implant around that area. It's the one where they come back in time to save the world from disaster.
So, like every show on Sci-Fi?
No, but it's like they can only go back in time to someone who's about to die.
Oh,
One of
yeah,
them goes
no,
into
it's
a
on
drug
Netflix. It's
addict.
on Netflix too. It's
Yeah.
on Netflix too. I know the one
Wasn't
you're
that an
talking
episode
about.
of
The guy,
Black Mirror as well?
the guy
No,
from
I don't want to hear about Black Mirror.
the guy
Nope.
from Will and Grace is in it.
I
Yeah.
thought it was also
Yeah, I
Black
know the one
Mirror.
you're talking about, Zagaticus.
I can't deal with Black Mirror. Nope.
I hate
That's
time
not
travel
Pancake.
stuff so much.
But
I
there are
hate it.
really good episodes for Black Mirror.
Yeah, but it gives me anxiety about everything, and I don't like it. I there's a level of blindfolds that I can keep off, and others that I just rather have on. That's one of them. That's
Well,
it.
maybe you'll get some blindfolds put on you guys today. Who knows? Who knows?
Kinky.
You guys have entered the Shadow Veil. This is where kink begins.
You know how we got in here, right?
Yeah. It is the foundation of so many of the books in Kalen's shop. That's just the way that it goes. Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody to the Seventh Eon. We are several episodes into this season, and we're almost at the end of this season. It's happening soon. Soon. Including this episode. There's only 4 episodes left to this season. What will happen to our crew as they venture through the Shadow Veil? We'll find out. I am Wacksteven. I am the DM of Doom, and I will be dragging these players, kicking and screaming through the adventure today. I hope you're excited. If you guys have not done so, please make sure you follow all these wonderful people. Let's see if I can remember the actual bot command. Yes, I got it right first time. Yes. Yes. Follow all these wonderful people. Follows are free, and if you got a Twitch Prime, consider throwing it their way. If you got that Amazon Prime account and you haven't linked your Twitch account yet, you get a free Twitch Prime sub. Use it on one of those wonderful people. And if you want to help support Tablestory, one of the best ways you can do that is through the Patreon, where you can get stuff like character sheets, cannibalized campaigns, which are like sections of the campaigns that we have on the shows. I did something with an area we haven't seen yet on Seventh Eon for the first month. Brad just did something from Dustvale. And we've also got battle maps. I've got the battle maps from the Shadow Veil here up on the Patreon as well. And we've got a way for you guys to cram an NPC into our shows. If you guys want to have an NPC featured on the shows, We've got fan art of NPCs already for Identity Crisis. How freaking crazy is that? It's insane, and it's like
That's
really,
bonkers.
really sick, like fan art too, like really good shit. Yeah, it's a way to get your input in there. And if you're feeling really spendy, and if you're just swimming in money, and you like throwing money around, there's a private one shot that's going around. We got one person that's doing the private one shot right now, and I killed Brad in the private one shot, so that was pretty great. Zagaticus played in it, and they didn't even heal him. They didn't even heal Brad. They just let him die. he just died. So yeah, it's good stuff. Check it out. But otherwise, I think we're ready to journey back into the Shadow Vale. Last episode, the players explored a bit, and they saw some things that they did not like. Some very truly terrifying things. Namely, a massive void dragon walking around. They met with a person calling themselves the Wanderer, who has been a seemingly active guide who has worked to help the players with a cost. Volpan, their guild leader, journeying with them, offered up an intense memory from his past to the traveler, to see them closer to their goal of finding the River King. And, well, they ran into some other creatures, some quicklings, sent by the Queen. And they took some damage, and Volpan suggested that they move as quickly as possible to get to the River King. Realizing that they would have to give up more, Ignia tried to volunteer her ability to lie. Kelvin tried to jump in to stop that from happening, and Ignia silenced him with a kiss. We left off the last episode with Ignia offering her ability to lie to the Wanderer, to guide them on their path. Now, specifically, the words that were said were that you were trying to get to the Queen, yes?
To the River King, actually.
You said the River King?
Yeah.
Okay. So, we start with Ignia offering up her ability to lie. And Kelvin's a bit starry-eyed and kind of dumbfounded for a moment, a bit stunned.
You make a very convincing argument there, Eve. But we shouldn't even need to make a deal. Fox already.
Well,
Your-
we messed it up.
Your ability to lie. You value this very heavily, do you not?
We
Yes.
value it a lot too.
Quite a lot. But we don't need to make a further deal. The original deal was you take us to the River King and Fox gave you his story. And, well, he certainly doesn't have it anymore, so you're supposed to stick to the deal.
My original deal was to guide you to the River King. This river will take you there eventually.
Doesn't seem though like
So my deal to give you my ability to lie was for nothing?
I wouldn't say that.
How so?
Who knows where the river will take you?
But we were at the river before. Why is this different? What
The
have you
river-
granted me that
The
gave
river
me
has
my
many eddies, and it has many currents. It can take you to the River King.
So we should just jump into the river.
This is why I hate making bargains with the Fae. I think what he's getting at is that there is a current here that can take us to the River King, but there is only one.
And he gave us that for my ability to lie? Or do you think that's just a whole load of horseshit?
I mean, I'm voting for horseshit because when the original deal is take us to the River King, it's not take us to the river that will take us to the River King. Those are two different things.
What if the river is the door to the River King? It's close enough.
They'll walk us through the door until we're standing in
If
front
you
of
are
the River
willing-
King. I don't think the deal's done.
Have I just been dancing in front of whatever door it is for the last half hour? Or however long it is? Because I can't tell time anymore.
If you wish to give up your ability to lie, then I think we can bargain further.
Well, then, I would like the option to bring us to our queen.
Fox, do you think it's a good idea to just go straight to the Queen?
I think
I mean,
that the Queen is our ultimate goal, but if we don't know how long we've been here in our time. We don't know.
Right. Oh,
The River King, in that book that Selena read, was apparently able to slow time. At least that was your interpretation, right, Selena?
Yeah.
Ignia. Even.
what? What do you mean, Kelvin?
You mean Braben?
No.
Yes. I mean, Ignia.
Ignia.
Yes.
So we have to find the River King first so that we can get help to get the Queen.
I think what he's getting at is we could be in here for however long we feel we've been in here, but away we will be months, years, an eternity. By the time we get back, they may not even need the Queen anymore. Something could have happened.
Right, well, but when Mr. Fox went through, he was here longer than he was gone from there. So, it's not, longer we're here isn't the longer we're there. This is confusing. But he was gone for, not long. Less than a
Minutes.
day. Yeah, a short time. And
From
then,
what you said, I was gone for 15, 20 minutes. But for me,
Right.
it was 3 months.
Right, so if we were here for 3 months, we go back, only 15 minutes passed.
We don't know how this works, Kelvin.
Time seems
Braben.
more of a suggestion here.
Brayburn, sorry.
Fox. So the River King said he took 3 months off of your life, right?
The River King said that he was taking 25 years.
Oh, 25 years. Okay, never mind. That's a lot longer than I remembered. Okay.
I think we should just go to the River King, and I'll just have to live with the consequences. I already said I was going to give him my ability to lie, and I'm sticking with it.
Right, but
Hold on.
So long as you don't
Hold on,
sacrifice
Nina.
anything more.
Hold on, Eve. Hang on. If she were to do this, if she were to give up her ability to lie, could you guide us to the River King and to the Queen? To our Queen. He sort of, the wanderer here sort of stares down at the lure, as we're calling it, and says, "The tune has changed. I believe that I can do this. Yes."
That's great. That's great.
I mean, I kind of disagree.
Would you give us more if she gave up the ability to be a bitch?
Listen, Eve.
If she gave up her ability to be a bitch.
Yes.
Ignore that.
You know,
Ignore that entirely.
Probably not something she could part with, to be honest.
Tirana, I don't think we should test that.
Tirana, again, words are important here.
Yep. Think about what you said in a literal sense.
I mean, it probably means she couldn't
Imagine if I became a
transform.
guy.
She couldn't transform into a dog.
Right, but you could take the whole thing, and that's kind of the nature of Eve.
Oh, yeah. Okay. No.
So that deal's not on the table, just to be clear. And currently, I don't think the lion one should be on the table either. I mean, that's a big thing.
I mean,
I can't make
yes,
that
but
decision for you.
It's not up
Getting
to
the
us.
queen back is a big thing too. Getting him back alive is a big thing too.
Look, we've been standing on this bank for about 2 days now. Can we do something?
2 days?
About 5 minutes.
I thought it was half an hour.
Oh.
And that's the problem with the Shadow Veil.
Right.
I want you to take us to the River King and then to the Queen, our Queen, Cassis.
When we
Can you do
want you
that?
to.
A bargain has been struck.
Oh, no.
Oh, I still feel fine.
And he stands up and starts to walk over to the shore of the river. It's a bit crumbly with rocks and such there. A bit recessed down. Sort of slides down the rocks towards the river. And he says, "If everyone would please hold on to this rope." And he starts to, from around his waist, he starts to remove this rope. Sort of underneath this jerkin. The rope is much longer than you expect. It's kind of, it's probably like 30, 40 feet long, something like that, as he's unraveling it.
Yeah, I grab hold of the rope.
I'll go right behind Tristana.
Yeah, Volpen says, all right, everybody, grab on.
Grab on what?
Is this gonna hurt?
Who knows? And he walks over, puts one foot in the water, and he's still playing the lure as you guys follow. And he says, everyone will need to be beneath the water, beneath the surface. Make sure you breathe deeply.
In the water? Breathe the water?
Breathe the air before you enter the river.
Oh. Oh. Okay. I can't swim
I
very
suppose that some may be able to breathe the water.
For some reason, I thought I had a potion of water breathing, but that was in Skyrim earlier.
well.
Okay, I'll take a deep breath. I'll get Salem to take a deep breath.
Okay. So he starts to wade into the water once everybody's grabbed the rope and lines themselves up to walk into the water. Just to be clear, what's the order here? The Wanderers first.
I'm after the Wanderer.
I'm after Tristana.
After.
Volpen is after you, Selena. Salem. What about Salem?
Oh, Salem is tucked with me. Like I'm holding onto him and he's holding onto the
Okay.
rope. Just with me.
Salem is just he's saying he's
It's
pointing
gonna
at the
be
water.
Okay, okay, just take a deep breath. You've done more than this before. We ran away and we had to hold our breath for a lot longer than this. Okay, when you get out, I will give you some food, some treats, and good head scritches, I promise.
Roll an animal handling check, please.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Five.
he starts to climb off of you, stay on the shore, and he turns his back with his arms folded.
Say them. Do you want me to pop you out and then bring you back once? Well, I'm going to do that if you don't hold on to me. Do you trust me or not? Exactly. So get in here. Come on, hide in my pocket.
I want to wrap him up in my cloak, just with his head popping out.
Okay, take a deep breath. Okay.
And we'll go under.
Okay, the Wanderer walks into the water. Lute stops playing the music, and he sort of holds the lute above his head, and he starts to walk into the water, submerging. The water starts to travel above his head. Tristana, you follow.
Yeah, take a deep breath.
Okay. I assume everybody enters the water.
Yeah.
Okay. The river current doesn't seem too strong when you first enter the water. You feel the rope sort of tug downriver, and each of you starts to sort of hold the rope and I guess kind of try to swim a bit. Everybody give me an athletics check, please.
I mean, I'm actually thinking if it takes long, I just want to shapeshift and do something that can swim rather than stay in my own form.
That's up to you.
But-
Oh, look at these rolls. These are great. 14 from Tristana, a 5 from Kelvin, and a 1 from Selena.
14!
Vulpan's got himself an 18.
Is there advantage because of the rope?
There is advantage for the rope. That's a good point. You can do Do another roll there, Kelvin and Selena.
It's a little better.
A 14 from Kelvin and a 13 from Selena is better, yes. So you guys enter the water and start swimming. As you start swimming a bit, the river begins to speed up in intensity. The current is intense, and you guys feel yourself get pulled along much quicker now. And instead of just sort of swimming, you guys are trying to avoid rocks and things that are flying past. It begins to become a sort of really intimidating journey through this water. It's dark. It's very difficult to see. You maybe can only see a little bit ahead of you through this murky water. It's really cold as well, and it's a situation where each of you is just kind of trying to avoid rocks as they come flying past you. You feel the rope help tug you in certain directions, and you can see, like, as you're traveling through this water, Selena, you're in the front, or Tristana, you're in the front. You can see paths start to diverge ahead of you. You can see that you guys take like a specific channel through this water. There's various like offshoots of this river, caused probably by some like really large rocks and things that you kind of narrowly avoid. And there's lots of branches here as you kind of make your way through the river. It's incredibly harrowing and fast. I'd like everybody to please make a Constitution saving throw.
6.
14 from Volpan, a 3 from Tristana, a 23 from Ignia. Tristana, maybe as a rock is flying towards you, you have to use all of your strength to just kind of get out of the way of this rock, and you realize like you let out a bunch of air as you saw the rock. You're starting to drown.
Can I use my inspiration? Can I just not want?
Sure.
Because I don't want to drown.
A 9.
Better than a nat 1.
Okay. Kelvin, you are also starting to drown.
I'm gonna shape shift. What is it?
If I'm starting to drown.
Let me think.
We're moving really fast in the water, though, right?
Very fast, yes.
Okay.
I want to shape shift into a dolphin. No, can I change into a because I don't really see what did I say, seal? But I think a seal would be better because of like the way it can move.
I mean,
I don't know. I don't see a seal. I could be a giant seahorse.
I mean, you can definitely try.
Let me think. Let me quickly think. Let me just
Make a decision fast.
Yeah.
I have a water breathing spell, but I don't have it prepared.
What is
If I had it
place of
prepared, it'd have been
source?
perfect.
Choose now, please.
Yeah. Okay. Otter.
Okay.
No. What do I turn into instead?
You turn into something that can swim, but in this situation is not a great thing. You turn into a brown bear.
Whoa.
So suddenly, you see Eve start to get much larger, and she gets much larger ahead of you. Kelvin, you're like, you're starting to just kind of lose all the breath that you had saved up. And
Well, okay, so let me get this right. How far underwater are we?
you guys are pretty deep.
What
From
is
from your perception, you're still under the surface of the water.
Oh. But I can't hold on while staying on the top, like floating on the top.
Nobody can.
Okay. Well, that's different than I imagined. 'Cause I
At
want...
least it-
Welcome back, everybody. Sorry about that. I had a bit of a power loss for a minute. Had to wait for my internet to come back and make sure we were all stable. But let's continue on. Mood killer. Fucking A. Not even the right music.
So, you want me to roll?
No. I wanted everybody to roll athletics. Athletics.
Did we do it already? But
No,
because I
you were
turned
you were
into a
rolling
bear.
athletics. You were rolling athletics. As a bear. So, if you don't have the athletic skill, it's going to be your strength.
Just have to find the bear.
Haven't you been a bear before? Didn't we have that? No, I guess not.
I'm a giant bear or a brown bear?
You are a brown bear.
Brown bear.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, no athletics then, just +4. For your
It's
strength.
actually better than my own athletics, so hey. There we go.
Okay. You're able to hold on with your big bear hands,
Aww.
your big bear paws, your giant black foot beans.
Oh, bother.
Ah!
Just hide Salem.
Yeah, it's a Oh yeah, we need a roll from Salem too.
Oh yeah, shit. Okay.
Constitution saving throw, please.
From Salim. Wow.
That's
That's-
a critical fail. You
That's-
feel Salem like wiggle around in your pocket. He's like, you just see like all these bubbles shoot up.
I'm going to pocket him out. Just
You take him out of the pocket.
no. I'm gonna I'm like the way that I got him back. What's the name for that? Hold on, I need to find the name.
You're
for that.
dismissing him to
Dismissing.
his pocket dimension.
Vanish.
Yeah, the pocket dimension. I'm just gonna pop him out for a second.
Okay.
That way he can breathe in his other place.
I look back. You might as well move on, Wack, because we could do this. for hours.
Tristana,
Yeah.
Tristana, you're having problems like just keeping the breath in. You take like a big gulp of water. You start choking on the water.
Is there a way that I can heal someone and it also gives them air to breathe?
No.
Damn it. Okay. Never mind. I'm just gonna watch Tristana fucking drown.
So you're right behind Tristana. She lets go of the rope.
No. No.
Tristana lets go of the rope. What do you do?
I'm reaching out for her with one hand and holding onto the rope with the other.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll grab.
Give
out
me an
from
athletics check. An athletics check from you, Tristana, with disadvantage.
11?
athletics, right?
Athletics with disadvantage.
16.
Okay. Tristana, you guys do the thing where it's like you're just holding on to the tips of each other's fingers, and Tristana is just, you could see like she's kind of like in and out of consciousness. She's barely holding it together right now,
Can I loop my arm around the rope so that I have two hands and just like really grab onto her?
I think with an 11 athletics check, no, you can't.
Okay.
I think that you barely grabbed her before she just kind of got left behind.
Plus, if you loop, you would just like go backwards and go right into Volpen, right? Because he was technically carrying you.
Volpen is behind you, Selena. I would like everybody to make another Constitution saving throw for me, please. Now, Tristana, you will be doing this with disadvantage.
Not 20.
Oh no! I thought for a second I had the nat 20, and then I got a crit fail.
A nat 20 from Selena, a critical fail from Ignia, Kelvin with a 16, Volpan.
I don't know if I should use my inspiration for this one or not. I mean, it would be kind of shitty if I the only one.
Make a
that
choice
doesn't
now.
arrive. Okay, I will use my inspiration.
Okay.
I use my ethereal step, go to a different plane, and I breathe.
I need to read that.
I can post the spell. I actually saved the spell.
Are you implying that you actually did something on your character sheet?
Whoa, that's some text. Oh wait, I can see into the border ethereal. Never mind.
Passively?
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
Because I have.
Oh, we have to retcon like everything from the first episode back then.
Well, it's the. Hold on, where is it? Yeah, can see creatures in the border ethereal that overlap with their plane as clearly as they were fully in the bearer's plane. Cool. But you appear as an apparition or a ghost, so yeah. Okay, never mind. That doesn't really scare me then.
I'm gonna roll for it.
And no, we
You
don't
got
have to
super
retcon
lucky.
everything.
I rolled a natural 20.
For what?
Being able to breathe.
What, in a different
Yep.
plane?
Yeah.
Oh, the
It's
ethereal plane.
It's not necessary. It sort of maintains some of the characteristics from what's going on with where it is. But I rolled a 20, so I'll allow
Cool.
you to breathe.
And then I'll use all my movement to get closer to the rope, and then I'll step back in and grab the rope with a
Give me an
full lung
acrobatics
of-
check. This is not going to be easy. They're actually hauling ass. 23 is enough.
Nice.
Are they
Okay.
hauling a 23 ass?
So,
Oh, you know it.
you just kind of and you do this kind of spin move where you like grab the rope at the same time as you enter back into the same plane, immediately getting drenched by the water. It's such a weird feeling. Like you get this respite from this intensely cold water, and then you take this like super painful breath. And you still got like water in your lungs, so it's kind of still difficult for you to even breathe. And you just, you're like trying to cough while underwater. It's fucking horrible. You basically like waterboarded yourself.
I went to a border plane just to vomit.
And
1 second.
yeah.
I'm better
So, let's see here. Did we get? Yeah, Kelvin rolled a 12. Kelvin rolled a 16. Okay. All right, and I still got to do Volpen. That's what I forgot. Okay, 14 from Volpen. All right, Volpen, you maybe see some like bubbles like as ahead of you, Tristana, you're I think you grab on somewhere maybe you grab on like right after Ignia, between her and Kelvin. So you like appear in front of Kelvin, like splashing in front of Kelvin, and you grab onto the rope as
Can I see Ignia's bare ass?
you get a big face full of Ignia's bare ass. You get bear hole.
You get stuck in my butt.
I've been there on Grinder before. It's a dark place.
And now Selena's in the front. Selena, you could see the river open up in a much wider space ahead of you. And the rope starts to pull upwards towards the surface.
Oh, I'm kicking my legs. I'm fucking kicking all the way up.
You guys service. Take big, painful breaths. Tristana, I'd like you to roll me another Constitution saving throw.
I also want to instantly like pop Salem back in.
Okay. Tristana, roll me a 1d6. Okay.
Oh.
You've taken 1 point of damage. It was essentially waterboarding. Like, it was just horrible what you had to do to just survive here.
This would make a great poem. Have you ever waterboarded yourself?
It was pretty brutal. So you sploosh up out of the water, and ahead of you, you guys can see a very wide river, way, way bigger than where you've been. You can see the Wander just keeping his loot up above the water and the surface, just holding it up high. And ahead, towards the center of the river, you can see these large islands floating in the river. And Vulpan said, is everyone okay?
I'm okay. Are you okay?
I'll be right.
Did he take any damage or no?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
And he just says, roll call, Calvin.
Yep. I'm here.
Brayburn.
Yeah.
Eve.
Why are you so bad at this?
Eve.
Yes.
You just hear them. Yes.
Yeah.
What? Where did this bear? Oh.
The magic's funky.
Tirana.
Yes.
Ignia.
I'm here.
Okay.
No,
Salem?
I am here.
You hear.
Oh, God, you're okay. And I just want to hug him in the water and give him a little head
Oh no, he's
stitches.
flying up above. He's not in the water.
No, come here.
No.
Come here, we're alive.
No, he's flying around.
I just want to reach into my bag and get a piece of apple and just kind of huck it up in the air. If it's still apple. What are they now? What are my rations? What do they look like?
It's not that. I mean, you guys have just been traveling in a river. I mean,
oh, apples are resilient to water.
Yeah, no, they are. Yeah.
Actually, they help you float.
It's probably been beaten up a little bit on some of these rapids. Yeah. I think-
Salem's eating worse.
I'm pretty sure that your apples are toast at this point. They're done.
Oh, never mind then.
I feed him toast.
I feed him toast.
So, up ahead, you see these islands floating in the water, resting atop the water. There are 3 islands. A central one you can see is quite larger than the others. and it has a large bubble surrounding it. Water seems to be sort of pooling about. It's a very strange sight. You can see the water sort of rushing in and reinforcing this bubble, traveling across the bubble. And it has walls that you can see from where you are, but the walls are semi-transparent. And realizing now that the walls of this place are made of water, holding and reinforcing this bubble.
Like
And-
everything I've seen.
Volpan says, That's it. That's where I met him. It's the Great Rippling Hall.
How did you get here before, Volpan?
I swam in the river for a long time, and eventually made my way here.
Right. So before we go in, what's our plan?
Wait. Eve. What color is Salem?
Don't know what color he is.
He's normally white, but like, just tell me a color that Salem. What color is Salem?
What color is he to me?
Salem is white. Yeah.
But he's white here as well?
Yeah.
Okay, he's white.
Crap, how do I make her lie? Isn't Salem the most beautiful beautiful imp you've ever seen?
I haven't seen any other imps. But I'm not Eve.
What? Oh no. Oh, okay, don't say your name. Don't say your name. That's okay. We know your name. That's good. Don't say anything. Don't call us by our names. We won't call you by your name, and that's good.
It's not a difficult concept. Why is everyone having such problems with it?
Well, Eve's having particular problems because of
I
her...
mean, everyone else.
I'm
We know
not
why Eve's having
Eve.
problems.
I've been saying the right names,
Okay.
kind of.
So our plan before we go in here is... What do we want from the River King?
We want to get.
Make sure we can get back out.
Depends
Make
what
sure
he
that
can
we get
give
the
us.
queen.
We need to see if we can travel through these lands without losing too much of our time. We might have to
Right.
make another bargain.
Hmm.
Anyone got anything valuable they want to give up?
Well, Tristana doesn't.
You guys are floating down this river, closer and closer towards this, towards these three islands. The closest one to you seems a bit rockier than the others. Oh God, all of my windows closed. I had all of this shit up. God damn it. Sorry, guys. So you can see that there's three islands floating. The center one has a giant bubble around it. The other two are much smaller, but maybe are a bit taller. And you guys are closest to one of the smaller ones right now. The Wanderer is leading you. He doesn't appear that he's swimming towards that one. He looks like he's swimming out around it.
I'm just gonna follow the Wanderer. I don't really want to lose sight of him, seeing as we kind of need him.
Okie doke. Everybody, I assume, is doing the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the Wanderer leads you closer to the place that Vulpan has called the Great Rippling Hall. It's this sort of, it looks like floating debris has kind of been brought together to form this place. You can see lots of driftwood and rocks and dirt and stuff has been sort of mishmashed together into this sort of conglomerate. Everything seems like stuff that would be found maybe alongside a river or an ocean or something along those lines has been brought together to form this place, at least the landmass here. There appears to be like some moss and stuff growing on the stone that's here, and the Wanderer, still holding his lure up above, swims over to the edge and grabs onto it, and he says, "Everyone should come forward if they wish to meet the River King."
I'm move forward. I shapeshift it back, by the way, to myself.
Okay.
We would be honored, and I just want to bow and move forward.
You're in the water.
Yeah, I like
Just,
Like,
yep, just.
Selena, that's... Are you okay?
My name is Ignia, and I'm perfectly fine.
Yes.
Yep, you're doing really
Yes,
good with
it
this
is.
name thing there, Tarana, like you were saying.
Yup. Yup.
And move forward as well.
I hang my head and... swim up.
so, the Wanderer pulls himself up onto the surface, and everybody kind of does the same. Ahead of you, you guys can see what appears to be stairs formed of rushing water.
Oh. I just want to like test it with one foot.
Okay. If you've ever seen like a video of like non-Newtonian liquid, non-Newtonian fluid being used, where it's got this kind
Custard.
of give to it, yeah, it's kind of like that. You can sort of like, depending on the angle that you rest your foot, you can sort of sink it into the water, or you can rest it on top and push down. But it, like, the angle of your foot kind of depends on how you handle it.
Oh. Hey, look, guys! I can step on, and I want to go like just accidentally go right through.
Yeah. As soon as you turn your foot like downwards, it's like whoosh, water
and I
just
reach in
begins
to grab her.
water just begins rushing around your ankle and such.
Yeah, I want to try and just
Let me try that
grab her
again.
off.
One foot in front of the other, just gently kind of up the stairs.
Okie doke. All right. On the stairs, you guys can see sort of familiar-looking humanoids. You guys can see Shadow Fae on the stairs. Dark-haired, purple-robed. They look towards you, and they say, "Halt!
Oh.
Who goes there?"
We are but simple travelers looking to speak with the River King.
What makes you think that the River King sees any who seek him?
Oh, well, we don't. We were looking for an audience. If he would be so kind as to see us.
He looks towards the other guards. Give me a persuasion check, please.
Where's my page here? Persuasion. An 8.
Vulpan steps in, tries to help you. And he says, "I've been here before. The River King and I have a bargain. Give me another roll, Selena. This will be considered your advantage here.
Okay. 15.
Oops. Very well. And they sort of part ways and allow you to step forward. In your immediate vicinity, you can see that there are 2 guards flanking the stairs, and there are 2 at the top of the stairs, 1 to each side. There are 4 large columns of rushing water that's sort of spiraling up to the top of the bubble. And, by the way, we forgot about Buster. I forgot to do the rolls for Buster there, bud.
He's a big frog dude. It's fine.
Let's find out.
I don't think they have water breathing. But he has +5 con, +5 strength, so, and he has athletics.
That's a 7.
You roll really bad. Why you...
I roll really bad. I'm sorry, what was that?
I mean, I see 2 crit fails now.
Those are the disadvantage ones.
It's okay.
Okay. So,
Those bad rolls, not for my actual rolls. Thank you.
roll me a 1d6, please, Calvin. Okay, Buster takes 5 damage from the trip.
Okay. Oh yeah, I need to adjust him.
So, these guys part ways and allow you guys to sort of step forward. You can see they're sort of similar looking to the ones that were in the Queen's Ball, the big ones with the sort of the Nathan explosion kind of look to them, and they part the ways to allow you guys up on these stairs. There's 4 columns of water that reach the top of the bubble, and in the center there's a dais of rushing water and a driftwood throne. Sitting atop this throne is an extremely handsome looking androgynous person with what appears at first to be sort of blue vestments, but now you can sort of see that they are in fact more rushing water covering their body in a sort of clothing-like appearance.
Curious, is he anything like the creature that we saw when we were in the boat that escaped, like the merfolk guy?
Not even close. Completely different kind of person. And in front of him, speaking to the River King, you see a very familiar face. Well, at least pretty familiar to Ignia.
Is it gonna be Redford?
You see Rutford Whitemantle
No!
speaking to the River King.
Who would have thought? What you say? Women intuition is always right, guys.
I don't know about that. We'll find out. I think what you're thinking is going to be a lot different. So...
He's having one-on-one private time with the River King.
So, you guys make your way
They
up,
all go away wet
and you can
from
see
here.
Rutford Whitemantle speaking to whom you assume to be the River King. He says, "Excuse me, but it appears we have more visitors to the great rippling hall. As always, my path diverges. Excuse me. He inclines his head towards Rutford. Rutford turns his head kind of sharply, looks at you guys, goes kind of wide-eyed, and says, "Of course. What are you doing here?"
Is he wearing the white mantle, like, uniform?
Yes.
You snake! And I'm gonna, like, stomp over to him.
I'd
and
like to
just
stop her from doing that.
Give me an opposed athletics check.
I don't think that's smart.
5.
Yeah, remember where you are.
Well, it's Peachy. We don't know. Hold on.
Fuck.
It's a 10. Okay. So, yeah, Selena, you just get
Let me at him!
your cloak. Tristana's just grabbing you by the cloak, trying to reel you in.
Perhaps that's not a good idea right now. We don't know.
caused this. You're
We don't-
telling me
Look, we don't know anything. Plus, we're trying to ask something of the River King. Perhaps. it's best
Rutford,
not-
you son of a bitch!
Well, there goes that plan.
Well, okay then.
you see?
What are you doing here? Ah, Randolphus. It's so good to see you, old friend. And Volpan like walks up, and you can see the Shadow Fae Guardians. They have their sort of like halberds like ready. They look like they're starting to point them towards Volpan. And he says, "Excuse me, Great River King," and he takes like a deep bow. "I apologize for our intrusion and my blatant interruption of your conversation. This person is
Traitor, I
my
think's a good
enemy."
word. No, I'll do as well.
And mine too.
That seems harsh, Randolphus. Enemy
That-
is very, very strong of a word.
Perhaps you shouldn't have left me while we were dancing.
Apologies, my dear. I was forced to make a hasty withdrawal.
Any good reason for that?
Of course.
Like what?
He says, "A proposal."
A proposal to
A
sell out your own
proposal.
plane?
I'll
Far.
propose your ass, I swear.
Far from it.
Far. I'm sorry. What do you mean?
Allow me to introduce myself. Rutford Whitemantle. And he starts to like bow, and he's got this sort of tri-corner hat. And he takes a dip with his sort of very much like the sort of like Victorian English kind of foppish attire that he wears. He bends over and sort of does a sort of mock bow to you. Rutford Whitemantle is one of my names. And his clothing starts to change. And you see...
An ass. God damn
Blood
it.
das well. God damn it.
His clothing starts to change. His jacket starts to sort of
I wouldn't
transform
even
to
know.
like a bluish, purplish, kind of greenish, kind of gradient kind of color. He's wearing purple pants with like really white boots with big buckles on them. And you can see a sort of crescent moon shape sort of motif sort of fill his clothing. So like his buttons have this sort of crescent moon shape on them. And his face becomes a bit older, still handsome. His hat turns purple, and his right hand that he's using to assist with his bow turns green and becomes a claw. And he says, I am the Moonlit King.
Right.
So who are you exactly?
King of what?
Did we hear about that in the book? So one of the things
I'm like racking my notes to see if I remember something about a moonlit king.
I say, I guess I should apologize. And I give him a little sort of, like one of them, because he's a king. Nothing too deep and taking the piss, just a bit of a curt nod.
Sure.
Moonlit King.
Mhm.
You were unseated by Queen Sarastra.
See, I thought that sounded familiar.
My wife.
I read about you.
My wife is a bit temperamental.
She.
I suppose ex-wife.
Right. Well, I'm not much of someone experienced in relationships, but I'll happily act as marriage counselor if it'll help us along.
So why were you at the party? Exactly.
Is the White Madam Gate even real?
But of course.
In this realm or in the other one?
Is there a difference?
Yeah. My home is the other one. This is not my home.
There's many realms.
There are indeed. I suppose that I was there for the same reason as you. You see, I've been cast out from this realm for quite some time.
And this was your way in?
I was offered an opportunity, so I took it.
Right.
An opportunity to help kidnap the queen?
No, sadly not. That was my wife's decision, from what I gather.
So you weren't there to take the queen?
It would serve me no purpose.
Would it not put you in her good books, so to speak?
The confrontation that my queen desires is none of my concern.
What is your concern currently exactly?
Yeah.
Maybe we can help you. You know
Help?
how good the Iron Foxes are.
Help me.
Well, yeah.
Please roll me a persuasion check, Kelvin.
Oh, 17.
Vulpan says,
Wait, what?
Vulpan says, help you? Help you. You have been bad-mouthing our guild all across Valoran. Competition. It brings out the worst in me.
I'll point out he was only doing that because he knows how good we really are, so...
Wait.
Exactly.
Out of no, this is. Am I having like I don't know if I feel as if this is.
Use your words,
already in
Mac.
the past.
Use your
Yeah,
words.
okay. So I remember for some reason, and I don't know if this has actually ever happened, but that Rutford was able to be multiple people in general.
I
Or,
don't.
like-
I don't know what you're asking.
He had wigs and different outfits.
No, okay, I definitely.
His
I'm just
appearance
imagining
transformed.
something that never,
His
ever
appearance
happened.
transformed.
Yeah,
right
no.
now.
I get that. But I have a feeling, I don't know if this is a weird deja vu as if I've been here before, but like, I remember that he was someone else. I don't know.
From how
Yeah.
flustered you are, it sounds like a deja vu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry
Yeah.
you're experiencing this pain.
It's so weird.
But yeah, so... Well, we've got a goal, and it
Oh,
sounds like you've got
And
a goal,
there's
so...
a map for this, and I think I should show it off. I'm just bringing you guys here.
Wah!
Cool.
Oh my god, sleeping bags.
So, since we are all people with goals, let's exchange information and see how we can all achieve everything. Let's look at this as a fortuitous moment.
Can I try and pull Vulpan back a little bit?
How do you do that?
I just want to, like, sort of go up to him, just grab onto his arm, and just... Perhaps we need to be a little bit calmer in this place, considering what we need.
Give me a persuasion check, please, Tristana. Okay. Vulpan obviously sort of... You could see him, like, bite his lip. Like, he's looking to get, like, really fucking serious. He's obviously very angry right now. And you put a hand on his shoulder, and he looks at you for a second with anger in his eyes. And then he takes a deep breath. I was going to make Kelvin roll with disadvantage in a second there, by the way. It was like the anti-help. But you seem to have calmed Vulpan.
He's not who he was.
Obviously not. I would hear your proposal. I am not a fool. I consider all avenues before I make a decision. Excuse me, though, for one moment. And he turns towards the River King and he says, apologies for this disruption in your court. This is all rather unexpected. It's been a long time since we've had an opportunity to talk. Perhaps we could have something to eat, and we can all talk about this. Would that be
All of
acceptable?
us?
And he motions, if the River King is willing to be our host. He says, the rivers do not flow with you this day, O great moonlit king. I am in no mood for such events. It is unfortunate for you, but I must decline. If you wish to barter with these mortals, you can do so away from my home. I have not seen you for many, many years. And if this is the way that you greet me upon such times, then I am afraid I must cast you out. You are hasty, O great River King. Think of the possibilities and things that I could offer you. I still have much power. I still have... And you can see him, like, start to search his clothing. And he says,
Did we bring that? Okay.
Not much, it seems.
I have the tear, but not with me. I was hasty. I did not bring it before I left. Please, if you allow me transportation back to the other realm, I give no such path to you.
I give the side eye to Calvin when he mentions the tear.
Yeah, me too. Just quick look.
Yeah, give like a very small nod.
Please, you must understand it has been a very long time since I have been here. I can speak to Sarastra, and surely with this new proposal that has been presented to me, then I can be one of the ruling court again. You must understand my position here. It has been a long time. The Snow Queen has given me the tear. That is enough. The Moonlit King just kind of, you can see him like staring at the ground. He seems a bit lost.
Well, we can step outside and have our conversation if you don't want us to hang about here.
Step outside. You think it is simple enough to simply leave this place and return?
Maybe.
We made it here.
And he
Vulcan
like
made
he
it
sees the Wanderer for the first time, and he says, You brought them here? I go where the music takes me. Their song is not over yet. You guided them here. You can guide them back if we leave. They sought their queen. I take them on the fastest route. I can bring you to Sarastra.
We didn't want to go to Sarastra.
We're looking for our queen.
And I wouldn't trust going with you anyways. Considering our current track record.
And he sort of like walks forward sharply. You can see Vulpan with his hand on his short sword, like he's ready to draw his sword. And he says, Look, you will not be able to find her without one of the lords of the Shadow Vale.
Are one of those lords?
I turn to the Wanderer. Hey, do you happen to be a lord?
Alas, I am not. I have brought you the means of finding the queen the fastest way that I could.
I think we'll be okay. Then, Rutford.
You don't know what you throw away.
Okay, how's this then, Rutford? You help us get our queen and get back to Valoran, and we'll help you do whatever you're kind of planning to do within reason, sort of.
Within our
Kinda.
reason.
Wait a minute. We're not helping him.
Well, be reasonable.
The river,
Means to an end.
the River King then speaks up and says, I have not given you a place to barter. You must leave this place, O great moonlit king. And he says the word king with a sort of disdainful look upon his face.
I want to ask the River King, can you help us get us back our queen?
We should speak to the River King privately, I think.
Because he
Without-
sent the Moonlight King away, not us, with him, right?
Yeah, but the Moonlight King's still in the room.
Yeah, okay.
If the River King will have us, of course.
Of course.
The River King. Ignia, please make a persuasion check.
You're Selena.
You.
No, you.
Okay.
You're the one that spoke up. 20. Okay. The River King says, I will grant you an audience. You would cast me out. I am casting you out. You will leave this place. And for the first time, you see the columns of water that are supporting the bubble start to sort of change shape. You can see there's what looks to be almost a different stream flowing inside the pillars of water that start to form into a sort of humanoid shape. And he says, you will leave this place now. I will remember this.
bullet kill. I'll remember this.
He steps off of the dais, and he sort of inclines his head towards the River King, and he says, "You make a grave mistake on this day." And he looks towards your group, and he says, "All of you."
I reach into my bag and I pull out one of his wigs, like his wig that I took. Yeah, I think this is yours, Rutford. Oh.
Roll an intimidate.
I don't know exactly what I'm trying to do, so I'll just go with that. Advantage for prop?
So he looks at you with horrible rage in his eyes. He storms past you.
I've got more.
Taking wigs out.
He storms past you, and it looks like he's about to walk off the...
A
off the
nice
platform.
pretty dress of yours. Maybe use it to clean up your tears.
What are you doing?
I don't know. No clue what I'm doing.
As the River King is about to step out of the bubble, he points towards you, Kelvin. Or I'm sorry, the Moonlit King. As he steps off through the bubble, he points towards you, Kelvin.
I give him a wink.
And yeah, there's a... You get this kind of horrible feeling start to creep up your spine. Please give me a dexterity saving throw.
17.
Okay. That's not enough.
I figured.
You start to see everyone's shadow start to peel away from them. And it looks as if all of them start to merge together. And you see the shadows start to climb up your body. And you can feel them. Your clothing starts to like pull down, like hands are grabbing you. And then you get this kind of like flashback from when you were traveling through the portal.
Oh dear.
And he says, "I will remember you most of all."
Well,
He steps
a
out of the
general leave
bubble.
an impression.
He steps out of the bubble.
That didn't sound good, Calvin.
Did we
Right,
see
right.
any of that?
Whatever.
I think
Yeah.
he misunderstood.
We saw
me.
that.
Oh, we
Right?
saw the hands. I thought we wouldn't be able to see them.
Oh,
Are they
yeah.
still there?
As he splashes into the water, they fade.
It was him. He was the one that made us get apart from each other. He was the one that made us.
Maybe not.
I'm
Did
sure
you
Did you
these.
see? Did
that
you
were
see the
those
hands?
same hands.
I turned to the River King. Excuse me, I kind of want to go have a word with him.
You have sought audience with me. Do you dare turn your back? No,
No,
we
no.
don't.
Definitely not.
And I cannot lie.
You will speak your words.
That's why.
You have gone through trouble to find this place, and you have sought my audience. You have it. What is it that you wish to say?
Great River King, we come here to ask for your aid in our quest.
This one has already received my aid, and he points towards Volpan.
Well, we ask for further aid in a different quest.
Perhaps even a trade.
A deal, if you will. We have something that might actually be of interest.
To tell you what we want, just to make it clear, is we want to get our queen, Queen Cassis, and take her back home. That's what we
Stop
would
the
like your
time.
help with. In a timely manner, preferably.
In what
Do you
way
believe-
do you seek me to help you?
Well, our lovely leader here, and guild leader, he mentioned that you have the ability to control time, and
That is not accurate.
well,
What can you do?
Yeah,
slow
if-
time.
If you have the ability to snap your fingers and get all of us and the queen back home, that'd be great. I don't know. You look very powerful, so
What you ask is not possible.
what's a shot?
Mr. Vilpen.
We have heard tale. We have read stories of your ability to make our journeys feel as if we are traveling at the time that we are accustomed to. As I'm sure you're aware, time moves differently for us here. We can't follow it the same way that you do. Ah. You seek the correct currents. This I can do.
That's right. That's
Mm.
what we're looking for.
Well, once we retrieve our queen, can you also have the currents take us home
To our realm.
to our realm, alive together?
At the same time.
I can do one, but I cannot do both. If I set you on a course, it is not in the river's nature to bring you back. I am of the river.
What about the tide?
You speak of something controlled by the Moonlit King.
Oh shit.
Don't think he's
Um,
very fond of us for some reason.
I do have another question for you, Mr. River King. Back in our realm, we found a book.
Oh. I thought you were going to say something else.
No, just a book of great interest to us. I'm wondering if you have ever encountered a human woman named Martine?
It is rare for us to meet mortals. It is even rarer for myself to meet them. I know this woman that you speak of.
You do? Well, we've heard of her adventures. She happened to have apparently come here by a portal and met with you and also found a way home. And we're looking to potentially travel the same way that she did. Well, to get home at least. Do you happen to know how she did that?
I do.
Would this be something you'd be able to share with us?
Information has a price, and it is the most highly prized thing amongst my people.
Well,
So currently, our ask of you would be give us that information so we may return home and guide us to our queen. And in exchange, well, let's see what you think of our side first.
As I have said, I cannot do both of those things.
you can only do one? Even if we make 2 deals?
That's probably what it means.
There are different rules here. I assume he is governed by them.
I can do one of those things.
Can or only want to? Do you mean you're only able or only willing to? Sorry.
I am of the river.
Right.
Means
So
he can
one
only
of them
flow in
is
one
not
direction.
In the river.
Right, but you can flow us in the direction of the Queen and flow the information of how to get back to us
no,
right
no.
now.
I understand.
Well, I
But
don't.
if our
Kelvin, put on the
traveling-
blindfold.
if our traveling companion here can lead us to the queen, maybe the River King can help us get home? But we don't know how much time that will take. Oh,
I think the Wanderer has already done that.
I think the Wanderer meant that he was sending us here. And that's how it leads us to the Queen. Perhaps.
He's the River King. The river flows in one way. That's what he can do. We have to pick a direction.
well, which direction is the
The
best
queen.
for us?
No, we'll have to go with the Queen. That's why we're here. We
Then
just
how
need
do
to
we
find.
get home?
Well, apparently
Don't
we
know
need to
yet.
find our own way or another way.
Maybe we can do
There's
another
a saying where I
6
come
tomorrow.
from. We cross that bridge when we get to it.
Okay.
This one, and he points towards Volpan. This one will stay with me.
I don't think
It is
that's
your time now.
Our river doesn't flow that way.
It does not.
Is this because of the
Volpan?
deal that you made?
Oh.
It is time.
now?
You have been brought back to me. The river has brought you back.
Technically it was us.
So we're in the Shadow Vale. Mr. Volpan's gonna have to leave us. We don't know where the others are,
I don't
and we
what
don't
he
know how to
means
get
with
back.
that way of leaving.
Look, Vopan made a deal. We need to get the Queen.
Can't Volpan help us get the queen first?
I
don't-
can come back after. That is not what the river has decided. You are here now. You have been brought back to me. It is your time. What if I offer you more time?
Vopan,
You don't look like
That's
you've
the
got
thing.
a whole lot more.
Kelvin.
Just being honest.
I'll give you more time. If you give me time. No. You will stay here now. Rapan looks back towards the rest of you.
This can't be it, Mr. Vulpen.
Made a promise.
We shouldn't have brought you here.
Vulpen, you see him like he like furrows his brow for a second, and he says, That's what the river wanted.
No.
You're a good man.
Please, can we trade for Mr. Vulpen?
Mr. Vulpen starts to shake his head, and he says, There's a promise.
No.
River King, if we add
And
Mr.
Mr. Vulpen starts to take his armor off. He starts to like rip his armor off,
Okay, here's our new proposal.
throwing it to the ground.
I'm holding on to Mr. Vulpen now. I'm trying to like hold him down.
I'd step forward in front of him.
Your
in
hand
front
passes
of the River
through
King.
Vulpen.
No!
I don't think we have
Okay.
time.
You send
have
us
no-
down the river with a boon and Mr. Vulpan and all his years, and I will give you. And I reach into my bag and I pull out the tear. It's wrapped still, though.
Kelvin,
This.
how are we gonna get back, you bastard?
Mr. Vulpen's armor falls off. Below the armor, in place of Mr. Vulpen, you see rushing water swirling about. The water starts to form into armor around him. He looks back towards you guys, and you think you can hear, Be careful.
No.
He sinks into the pillar.
No. I'm like grasping at the fucking water. Mr. Vulpen?
The River King steeples his fingers as Kelvin shows this, and he says, What do you offer? And that's where we're going to take our break. We'll be right back, everybody. Hang tight for more Seventh Eon. We're going to take a little break here. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Make sure if you haven't done so, you follow all these wonderful people. And if you'd like to support Tablestory, one of the best ways you can do that is over at the Patreon, where we've got all different kinds of rewards and things available to you. We'll be back in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody, to Tablestory the Seventh Eon. Welcome back. It's so nice being able to push one button and getting to come back to the show and not having to hit like 12 different things. Welcome back. We return as the group has met with the River King, and Kelvin has presented something wrapped in cloth. The River King says, What is it that you wish to present to me?
You sure about this, Kelvin?
Yep. We'll cross the bridge when we come to it and all that. I unwrap it. So, I heard you were interested in the tear of the Snow Queen. I like hold it up. I'm like holding it still in the cloth, but I've revealed it.
The River King sits back on his driftwood throne, and he says, That item, you offer me this.
Thinking about it, if we can come to agreeable terms, and I rewrap it.
I can only do that which the river does.
Right. Which is generally flow and carry things. Right?
He inclines his head.
Okay.
Can the river rage?
Of course.
Yeah, a wise man once said that water can flow or it can crash. Well, we need to get to our queen. Perhaps some things of use can also flow that way with us. We did lose something very useful. Mr. Volpan there is... Well, that's a great loss to us, so anything that could bolster us to aid us at least as much as he would. If that flows with us, and we
Aid
flow...
you in what?
Well, I don't know that other queen very well, so I don't know how welcome we'll be.
By the
Anything
way,
that'll-
this entire time he has not taken his eyes off of the tier.
Anything that can help us be welcome, or anything that can help us handle being unwelcome, well, that'll be welcome.
I can take you to the queen, or I can help you with your interpretations of time. I cannot do both, as I am the river.
Well, rivers have forks. They flow two ways at once.
Kelvin, stop it. You're gonna get in trouble.
No, remember, the rules are we can bargain. It's expected.
Yes, but not if it's outside his realm of what he can actually do.
Well, a river
He's
can
lying.
flow in two
I think-
directions at once. I've seen it.
I think Kelvin should continue with this. Clearly the tier is of great value to you, O River King. Your aid would be of great use for us as well. Perhaps we can merge two of our intents in one direction of the river.
I cannot. I am the river.
Does the river not flow and hit many points?
It goes around and under and over and through.
The river
It can
bends.
carve rock.
The river bends. The river moves. This is true, but it does not go against its own current.
I lower the tear back into my bag. Maybe have some time to think on this.
Unless you have a counter offer.
You have sought my audience. It has been given to you. I will give you a few minutes in your understanding of time. But that is all that I am prepared to offer.
That is very generous Great River King, we will take this time to discuss and return in the amount of time that you've given.
5 years later.
Yeah, I turn and walk to the group. What are we gonna do?
I don't know if it's smarter to
We
stop
need.
time or if we need to get away to the queen herself.
I think we need the time.
I don't know if we do. Maybe we do. The thing is, he was locked on to that tier, and the other guy, Rutford, he was frantic when he couldn't find it. It seemed very important to him. I feel like if we get one thing, it's a terrible deal. Maybe if we leave and I stand around long enough, Rutford will come back and I can say, I was trying to give you a hint. I'll give you this and you can help us or something.
Well, I don't think Rutford could help us get to the queen.
Well,
I don't want to
Backstabbed.
ask Rutford for help. I don't trust him.
Well, I don't want to give this up.
The
It's-
River King seemed to think that those two deals we wanted flow in different directions.
I don't get that either. I feel that they're very likely to be the same direction.
That's his rules. That's how it
Or
works.
it's what he says the rules are, because it's convenient for him. He's holding the cards here. We don't know how things work.
But the thing is, if we
Vilpan never said that they can't lie. Let's keep that in mind.
Well, all we know
Should
is
we
what he
ask him?
said. Let's not. He looked a little annoyed. Look, his power that seems to be different from everyone else's is this time manipulation. Even the Wanderer said he could get us to the Queen.
But then when we got here, he was like, oh, well, look, I got you to the thing that could get you to the Queen, just like he was by the river. He got us to the river that could get us to the River King.
We don't know that the deal with him was us getting to the Queen. He follows with the music, or he said himself.
And he said that our song wasn't over, which means he can bring us to the Queen.
Well, we
He's-
don't know that specifically, but yes, he did say
He
that.
would bring us
He's
to the
in the
queen.
room, right? He's nearby us?
The Wanderer's probably at the base of the steps, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
Chilling.
didn't put him there.
Excuse me, Mr. Musician.
The Wanderer sort of turns towards you.
Hello. We just want some clarification here. Are you still going to take us to our Queen?
I will take you the fastest way that I can. This
Okay.
was the fastest way.
But are we there yet in your
No,
judgment?
I don't see our Queen, so... What's the next fastest way, and how much slower is it?
I will have to see where the music and the river would take us.
All right.
Well, in that
Thank
case,
you.
I think we go with time.
See, it's already been decided for us. We just
Right.
go when it happens.
So if we get the time, and this fella'll take us the quickest way. Well, let me...
No, the Wanderer will follow the music.
It might
Mr.
not be the quickest, but we will get there. And if we have time, it doesn't matter. Then we have
Mr. Wander, is it quicker for us to have... Is it quicker for you if we have the River King change the flow of time, or take us directly to our Queen?
I don't know why we're arguing here. We've already been in this place a year already. We need
more time.
to change the time.
We've been here about 2 minutes.
The Wanderer says, I am in no rush.
Well, clearly.
Kelvin, and I
Yeah?
just look at you. We just need more time.
I know.
Then why are you so doubtful?
Because this is a bad deal.
It's
I
not.
wouldn't-
Every deal we've made so far has happened as it should have.
But the
No,
tier
but what I'm
is
saying is-
really important to
Right.
this River King. We can't just give up the tier
I'm pretty sure I could get a lot of other stuff from other people.
I'm sorry, Kelvin.
with
How
this.
easy do you think it is to manipulate time?
Exactly.
Can you do it?
I can guarantee you that I
Have you
could
ever
get-
known anyone to do it?
And we don't know how powerful or how important this tier even is.
It's very. I can tell you with a certainty, it's the single most powerful magical artifact I've ever seen. And I know people who would happily hand over far more than 25 years of their life for it, like Valpan did. With a certainty, there's people who'd sacrifice everyone they knew for this thing. So
You
What
want to
if-
sell it, or do you want to use it to get our queen back?
right, I'm just trying to think of the best way to use it to get the queen back, and that might not be giving it to this fella. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, well, we can ask for more.
No, we
Your
can't, 'cause
time
he
is
says
up.
The river flows only one
What?
way.
What if we get to Dan on the way there?
Make your decision.
River King, have you known travelers of our land that have come at the same time as us? One goes by the name Dedan, and there are others who follow him. Do you know of him?
Is this information you could give us as part of our deal, if it doesn't flow against the current?
Okay. I turn back to the group again. We're definitely going with the time thing here at the minimum. Right.
I do
The
this.
minimum.
Right, okay. I will give you this tier. If you can help us with the flow of time and anything else that flows in our favor in that same direction. And I'm pretty sure you're getting a really good deal here. And I hope I'm not making a mistake. But that's the offer.
I cannot give you everything that flows in the same direction.
Well, as much as you can.
What is this tier worth to you, River King?
I will give you time. I will give you the understanding of time so that you may stay here on your own current. You will perceive time the way that you normally do. And I will give you the information that the river has provided me about your other visitors.
All right. Well, in exchange for giving us agency over our flow and rate of flow and that information, I reach back in, pull out the tier and unwrap it. I will give you this. For time and flow, information for this. Is that acceptable?
He stands up, begins to walk over towards you.
I avert my eyes, mostly out of nervousness, not out of say.
He's very tall.
Away from
He's
Kelvin.
he's very tall.
Yeah.
I'd say he's probably like 7 feet tall or so.
Yeah.
And he walks over to you. He extends his hand. And you can see that his vestments are all sort of like waterfalls rushing down across his body. Very, very handsome guy, like Jesus Christ. He's just man pretty. And he's
Visual representation.
yeah, his even his hair sort of sits on his head and reminds you of sort of like waterfalls. It almost looks like his hair is underwater. It's sort of moving about like that. And he extends his hand towards you.
And the deal is made.
The deal will be made.
Moradin, don't let me regret this. And I put it in his hand. Wrapped in a cloth, I don't touch it to him directly.
I think he wants you to shake his hand, Kelvin.
Oh. I reach out.
So
I reach up.
with one hand you give him the tear, with the other hand you shake his hand, or you go to shake his hand. You see a bubble of water start to rise up from his hand. And as he moves his hand, it follows the palm of his hand, and he sort of grips your hand with the bubble popping as he does. Water begins to flow from the bubble, spilling out across your body,
More things crawling on me.
spilling down across your body, coating you, spilling towards the rest of the group. Each one of you, in turn, is coated in this glowing water. As you give him the tear, he holds it, and the water has coated all of you. He lets go of your hand. He starts to take the cloth off of the tear, and he grabs it firmly,
I flinch.
crushing the icicle.
Oh, what?
As he does, the ice, like diamonds falling to the ground, starts to form into the shape of a woman.
Is that
Is
the
this
queen?
A stunningly beautiful woman.
Snow Queen?
The left half of his body starts to freeze. Ice covers his body. Icicles drip down from his long eyebrows. And you can see now his hand that was holding the tear is now holding the hand of this beautiful woman wearing an ice blue dress. Snowflakes fall around her. She has a white fur mantle and a very long blonde braided hair, icicle earrings, and a snowflake lace bodice. The most cyan and blue eyes you've ever seen. Extremely pale. And of a white complexion.
I'm sorry, I've just had you stuffed in my bag for a while.
Sorry I stole you.
I'm sorry, I touched you accidentally.
Are you two a couple?
You look great together.
I have accepted the Queen's proposal. And she says, originally, I extended this to the Moonlit King. She turns towards the River King, and she sort of touches his ice cheek. And she says, a new season is upon us, my love. she says, I have returned. She looks towards you and she says, thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. I mean, it's not a nice thing to keep. I mean, love's nice, so don't worry about it.
She kisses the River King, and they embrace. He begins to freeze over.
It feels so bad. Oh, freezing.
The water rushing around in this bubble starts
Can
to
we get
turn
back?
to ice.
How can we get back if everything is ice?
Sliding.
The time. Is time freezing too?
Really, that's what's on your mind right now?
It's
How can we go through the river if it's ice?
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Are
I
you
think-
okay?
I think I'm standing open gaped right next to Kelvin.
The
Just,
River
oh,
King,
Yeah, I'm looking up at him.
the River King is looks to be solid ice. All of the waterfalls have kind of frozen in position. He just looks as if he is crusted over with ice. And she's got her hand kind of resting on that same cheek. And she says, it is my time again.
Oh.
All of the guardians bend the knee.
Should we do that as well? or-
I bend the knee too.
I think
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll take a knee.
This place is a lot of kings and queens. I'm so confused.
Yeah.
Shh.
I just wait.
This place is still sort of icing over, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Should we leave?
I don't know Hello, Queen.
Your
Maybe-
Highness.
Do we just call you Snow Queen, or do you have another name you prefer?
Wait, that
Mm.
asshole Rudford knew what he had and just left it lying around in a tavern.
May have been in a rush. May have been Ranmar popping up through him for a loop. Who knows?
Out of character, he did like ward the place pretty heavily. The door that you didn't go through was like all kinds of warded.
Yeah. There was
There was a lot of
protection on-
wards and shit going on. You guys
Yeah.
busted through them.
If only someone thought that someone who's robbing something might come through somewhere other than the front door.
Well, maybe he's not that smart. So, Queen,
It's handsome though.
we had an arrangement with the River King before.
You can call me Your Crystalline Majesty.
Right? Yes. Yes.
She
Very
goes
well,
to
Majesty.
she goes to walk
Crystal
over to the
Majesty.
throne. And again, the River King is just kind of frozen there as she walks over to the throne, sits down. The throne begins to ice over. And she says, it has been a long time since I have ruled.
Right. We had we'd come to a bargain with the River King.
As he's saying that, am I experiencing this world differently after that water covered me?
Give me a perception check. It doesn't seem that different to you. If you guys look closely at your hands and your skin, though, you can see what almost looks like a sort of morning dew on it.
Is it freezing?
No.
Morning dew, specifically morning dew. GM said specifically morning dew.
Yeah.
Um.
Well,
Even
it's-
like, has the ice like reached us at this point?
The ice is starting to freeze the walls.
Okay,
It
so-
doesn't seem to be coating you.
Well,
I think
it's,
we're still safe here.
Leave.
it's our great pleasure to meet you, Your Crystalline Majesty.
We all say that at the same time.
Do you have need of us further, or are we good?
You may leave.
We can
Thank you.
leave.
Thanks. Thank you. Thank you.
Well,
May your reign be long, Your Majesty.
and cold.
Wait, can we ask her for something to help?
No, we're not asking.
I
We're
think
going.
we should leave.
We're
I
going.
think
We're
we
going.
should leave.
Get out,
We
get
should
out.
probably leave.
No, I don't think in return for it's not. I don't think it's nice to ask for rewards for freeing someone from some sort of prison or some sort. And she's very powerful, judging by it. So, Crystal Majesty, lovely to meet you. Glad we could help you out. Find us if you need anything.
At this point, when you guys start to walk away, you think you can see a sort of reflection of Volpan's face in one of the pillars. Probably in the left one there.
Yeah. Oh, nice bother. I turn around. We're leaving someone here. He made a bargain with the River King. Be in the walls or something.
Such bargains are transferred and
Right,
can
well,
be bought or sold.
the river doesn't flow anymore in one direction. It's frozen.
I start to like freak out a little bit. I'm just like, oh my god.
What would you ask in return,
Your Crystalline Majesty.
Your Crystalline Majesty?
Vandy IRL is freaking out as well.
He's
And she says, I require my kingdom back.
I assume that also considers the kingdom that Queen Sharastra has taken.
You can hear the sound of what appears to be. It sounds like ice cracking.
She's grinding her teeth. So cool!
I don't know how
Oh my
much
god.
Your Crystalline Majesty heard while we had you in my bag. Again, sorry about that. But we're trying to find our queen, and we have reason to believe that Queen Sarastra has her in her company. So we're heading that way if you need us
Help.
to help you out
Want
at
us
all.
to take back your kingdom.
That queen has taken our queen.
And it sounds sort of like this tinkling of glass or sort of
That sound when you throw a rock over a frozen lake. That
yeah,
Oh,
it's
I
got
love
that
that sound.
horrible, like, crazy kind of ice crunchy sound. Tinkles with her laugh, and she says, do you think for a moment that you are stronger than I?
Oh,
definitely
Not at all.
No,
We only want to make it faster.
your presence is the most powerful magical thing that I've maybe ever come across. Your Crystalline Majesty.
Your Crystalline Majesty, perhaps we can be your champions. in your quest to retrieve your kingdom?
Whatever we could do to help, within reason, of course, if we can come to an agreement.
Dirty her own
Your crystalline majesty.
hands.
Give me a
Right.
persuasion check, please, Selena.
I'm trying to help. Can I help?
Sure, this is with advantage.
With advantage, Selena. I believe in you.
Oh, unicorn, guide me.
Fuck off!
Oh, come on! No!
She says, "My champions are much stronger than you."
That may be so.
Perhaps if you can gather allies.
We have some in the area, potentially.
Do I
Again,
know...
you hear that sort of tinkling laughter. She says, "I mean, the other lords and ladies. If you get them to recognize my rule, to side with me against Sarastra."
Well,
I will consider it.
Okay. The Starlit King's... He's in the area. If I hop out and take a look for him if you like.
The Moonlit King.
Moonlit, yep.
The Moonlit King was here earlier.
Got him.
I offered myself to him.
Well, he technically kind of lost you and we found you, so...
He was not responsible with
He
this burden.
left me.
He
Next to
did.
his wigs and stuff. Yeah. I think we were in his underwear drawer, if I'm being honest.
He is nothing to me.
Very well. We're kind of unfamiliar with some of the other peoples. Anyone in particular we should talk to? The Tree Prince? The Mountain Duke?
And like as she breathes, yeah, I mean, you guys are substantially colder since you've been here. By the way, I mean, we're talking. It's gotten probably like it. You probably
Canada
Probably the
weather?
ice bar right
Oh
now.
yeah,
Comfortable peachy weather.
I mean, it's gone from like probably like 12 Celsius down to like we're edging to 0 at this point. Like it's
Oh, that's t-shirt weather. That's
Give
okay.
my left nut for 12 Celsius.
it's still
right now.
dropping. It's still dropping for sure.
Well, I'm used to the Lesia weather, so...
She says, "There are other lords and ladies. The Bear King, the Lord of the Hunt, the Queen of Witches, but I will not see the Moonlit King."
I doubt he has any claim to any land at this point, Your Crystalline Majesty. Perhaps the others will be of better use to your cause.
Snow begins to fall.
Do you have any messages in particular you wish us to bring the Bear King and the Queen of Witches? We can bring them in
If
exchange for something.
If you bring them to my cause, I will give you claim over that one. And she motions with her finger, pointing to the pillar where you see the reflection of Vulpan in the ice.
Okay.
I have not seen them for many a year. I know not their heart's desires.
I'm sure I can charm them. Consider it done.
Is there
Well-
anything in particular that you can provide them for their cause? For their...
I have
their
only
ability-
just come to power. It is Not my time yet. I grow stronger with each breath.
I can tell. It's very clear, Your Crystalline Majesty.
Yeah. Mhm.
Your Majesty, we will fulfill this. For you, for our friend, and for the cause of our realm.
Yep, you're quite nice for, like, well, I guess not many.
Nice?
I mean, like, gracious and reasonable and
Kelvin,
polite. Yeah,
Kelvin?
I'll stop talking.
Put the blindfold on, Kelvin.
Your Crystalline Majesty, we are honored to take part in this. And
No,
to-
Kelvin, not there. Down. Lower.
All of the guardians are kind of breathing like frost at this point. You can see their hair starting to turn from black to white.
We've taken up enough of your time. You need to get settled in, redecorate, that kind of thing. So we'll be on our way. And we'll see you when you fully come into power. Your Crystalline Majesty.
Find me a way to make Sarastra bend the knee.
Yep.
Yep, Game of Thrones.
Okay,
Be gone.
I'm going.
Curtsy and scuttle out.
Right, you. Wanderer, let's go.
The wanderer steps backward, but there is no rushing water below his foot. The river's frozen over.
Oh, nice.
Right.
And he says, "Very well. We will leave this place. Shall we follow the music?"
It's worked for us so far, why not? You're with us until we get our queen, right? That's the
That's
deal.
the spirit, Kelvin.
I am with you on the fastest path to finding the queen.
Right.
At this point, by the way, yeah, it's gone from 0. It's probably -10 at this point.
It's getting a little chilly.
Igneous, like her hair is like looking very bleak, especially because it's normally like singeing or like
Yeah.
Does anyone
sparking a
feel
little,
any?
It's, like, dying.
Sorry.
Feel
Does
any
anyone
what?
feel any different?
Well,
Is the
Sides
dew
really
still on her?
cold.
Is the dew still on her skin?
It is, yes.
And do we have any inkling as to where Dedan is?
I don't know, do you?
Well, because like he said he would give us an idea,
Mhm.
possibly, of where Dedan would be. So
Right.
do we have an inkling? Like, does it?
It
I don't know
hasn't
how that works.
manifested in your brain.
Okay.
all right, let's take a second and think
Why
of
is my hand wet when everything else is frozen?
I think that's the River King's blessing. So I think if we take a minute, it'll actually be a minute. So that's nice.
Okay.
Kelvin, are you any
We
good
need
with
to-
clockwork?
What?
Are you any good with clockwork?
No. You'd be looking for a gnome. They're good with that stuff.
Okay, so the River
Gnomes.
Kings,
Bloody gnomes.
we can get Volpen back if we gather the Bear King and the Queen of Witches.
Yeah.
First things
she's
first, we need the queen. That's
How do
why
we
we're
even get
here.
her?
That's why Volpan gave up his.
right. Here's the
Then
thing.
we should go.
If we
to
go to get the queen, and Queen Sarastra's there, and she's like, "I'm not giving you the queen," then we're kind of fucked. So
Well,
maybe
I
if we
wasn't
get...
thinking we would just ask her for the queen.
Exactly.
Well, what
Kelvin,
gonna
were you
do
thinking
then?
we were just going to ask for the queen, and she'd be like, "Here's the queen"?
No, I was thinking... Well, I kind of didn't really have any idea, but... Probably expecting to fight. Maybe having to
shouldn't we
sneak.
fight? Shouldn't we fight with the,
Yeah, that's what
the
I'm
Queen of
saying.
Ice?
Yeah,
And
so we get
snow?
everyone on her side. Then we freeze everything except our queen. We grab her and we hook it back home.
I don't
Easy
think
as
it'll
that.
be that easy.
Easy.
I think that blindfold's working, Kelvin. I'm with Kelvin, to be honest.
I think
I
it's our
mean,
best course. Like,
We can try it, but I'm not saying it'll be
I mean-
successful.
let's be honest, Queen Serasta's not exactly reasonable. Her own husband said that, or ex-husband as it was. And she stole our queen because she didn't get an invite to a party that the queen didn't know she wanted an invite to. She's in another plane of existence. I don't think she's exactly reasonable, so I think it's fair to say
She's
that...
unconscious anyways. The
Powerful
Queen
yes,
Cassis is unconscious anyways. She's sleeping. She's
How do
been
you know
poisoned.
that?
She was poisoned when we
She
saw
may
her.
have been unpoisoned by the time we're through here.
We don't even
Maybe-
know if she's alive or not.
Unless she's some kind of trophy to the other queen.
I say
Oh.
we go find her and we go with the Wanderer as soon as possible.
Mm.
Even though we have time, it doesn't mean that we are.
Why don't we just
still-
see where the music takes us first?
Why don't we find Dedan?
Perhaps the
Well-
music will take us there.
I can look for Dedan. I can scry for him.
You could look for him.
You could
Yes!
strike for him, that's a good point. Well,
Perhaps we should move somewhere a bit warmer, though, before we do that.
I mean, you guys are
It's
sort
really
of.
cold.
You guys are walking on the river. It's like.
yeah. Let's get to the shore next to some trees or something.
Maybe get a fire going.
I can
I
do
don't
that.
know if she'll like that.
Not on the ice. We'll go somewhere where she isn't.
I think her intent is to be everywhere.
Right, that sounds like it, so...
Yes, but if everyone's dead from hypothermia, then she's no one to rule. I'm sure
I mean,
she's
it's
not
not
that short
that
sighted.
cold.
I
Kelvin,
just
did you say
summon-
she was nice? Who says
That
that to
seemed
the...
quite nice. Thought she
She's the
was
power
quite
of a
nice.
god, and you said she was nice.
You were doing so
But she was
well,
nice.
Kevin.
What's
So
wrong
well.
with nice? Why is nice? Nice is a good thing. Why is it a bad thing?
I don't think it was a nice thing to her. A good thing to say she's nice.
Well, I think it's nice. if
Why
people
isn't-
are nice.
Agnia's very
Her
nice,
love-
for example.
She froze her love into a ice cube. I don't think nice is really on her scale of goodness.
No, I think that was like a
I don't think that was
like a
very
shift change.
Yes, a shift change. Definitely
so
a shift change.
what
he
are
knew
we
it was
doing?
gonna happen. He knew it was gonna happen. Clearly, I think it's fine. And she was nice. I don't care what you say. And it's a nice thing to say somebody's nice.
Perhaps not. That's not. What you think of a compliment is not what she thinks of a compliment. She
Well,
got
that
pretty
sounds like-
angry when you said she was nice.
Well, it sounds like a her problem and not a me problem. So
It could be an us problem if you say something and they kill us.
Point at the ice. Yeah.
the ice is nice. You can't have the word nice without ice.
Never.
I don't
If you
think
say that to
this
her,
is
Kelvin,
not
I
the
will
I'm going
slap
back
you
in.
in the face.
No, no.
Kelvin turns
Kelvin,
around, starts to
Kelvin.
walk back.
Right. No, I was just kidding. Come on, let's sit down for a second and.
Well, you look
Who
back
knows?
towards the bubble, Kelvin. You can see that the bubble has sort of crusted over.
Yeah, I take a moment and just look at it.
The other islands have sort of meshed together with the bubble, and it looks like a sort of keep has sort of formed, like a castle.
Mm.
So all three islands have sort of turned into this large castle-like structure.
Look at that. Have you ever seen anything like it?
Yes, it's nice.
After you on the blindfold, Kelvin.
Might never see something like that again. Just take a second to take it in.
Well, we can take as many seconds as we want now because now we have our proper gauge of time.
How long does it feel like it's been since we were last in the castle?
I don't know,
10, 15
couple of
minutes?
minutes.
10 minutes.
Okay.
Less than that. You're terrible at telling time.
We've been arguing for a little while now.
Well,
Even
whatever.
if you have time, we're definitely wasting it.
Let's just take a second. Gather ourselves. Take a breath. For all we know,
Ignea's a bit weird.
they might wander into us,
How do you mean weird?
and then we'll let the music.
Well, as soft as your edges are, they're a little sharper than usual.
I'm freezing. I
Okay,
don't know if you've seen me.
we have to stop arguing, and we have to figure out which direction we're going, because we have so many options now, and I don't know what to do, and Mr. Vulpan just got taken away, and we don't know where Dan is, and we don't know how to get home.
I glomp Selena. I just glomp her.
What does that mean?
That is a term I would never expect someone to say in D&D, but okay. Yep.
How does one glomp?
Don't ask. That's fine. Don't worry. It's fine.
Can I Google this word safely?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
What do you think I'm doing? What the hell?
It's just a weird thing to say.
It's
I was describing it out of character.
Oh, okay. Never mind. It's like,
I am glomping you, Selena.
So it's just like jumping on someone type of
It's
thing.
an aggressive.
It's a
hug.
pound.
it's like an
hug.
aggressive pounce hug. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
Is it because of the sound it makes? Like, glomp.
Who are you hugging? Why are they so moist?
the Wanderer says, and by the way, the music has changed. It's much more ominous sounding, and it has a sort of, tinkling kind of sound to it at this point. And he says, if you had to speak to someone, who would you speak to amongst the lords and ladies?
Well, we should either speak to the Bear King or the Queen of Witches.
Who sounds friendlier to you?
Do you know them, Wanderer?
I know many things. Just as you do.
And do any of those things happen to be about the Bear King or the Queen of Witches?
Perhaps.
And if we give you information for these, would you give it to us?
Perhaps.
Well, that
Okay.
doesn't sound like a deal I want to take if it's only going to be a perhaps.
Yeah. Like, what's the area around us like?
It's like a frozen river. If you guys are trying to walk to the shore, it's a bit of a hike. Like, this is a much larger river. It's very, very wide at this point. It's probably a few hundred meters wide. And similar to the area you were before you entered the river, it's still surrounded by conifer-like trees and sort of vaguely kind of mountainous kind of area. It's still snowing.
Well, looks like there's some mountains and trees. That does sound like bear territory. It depends on whether or not the Bear King's a king who is a bear or the king of bears.
He's the king of the hunt,
He's lord of the hunt, right?
lord of the hunt.
He'll be hunting in forests, I think. The witches hang around in forests.
I would say so.
Tristana, give me an Arcana check.
like the sound of that. 30.
So you've definitely heard of the Lord of the Hunt before, and there was no indication that the Bear King is the Lord of the Hunt.
Why are you suggesting that the Bear King is the Lord of the Hunt? There's 3 lords. Or ladies.
Oh. I thought it was his second name. Okay, well,
The Lord of the
maybe-
Hunt is very much known to you, Tristana, in terms of lore. It's a pretty well-known figure. It's sort of like the pinnacle of like hunters, the huntsman, the person that leads the wild hunt.
He is the Rexer of the. No.
This is an actual existing thing I can maybe read about lore. Is that cool?
You mean you're trying to look it up in just
to
on
see
the
what I
internet?
would know, yeah.
I'll tell you what. I don't think you know a lot about him, but you definitely know that they're 2 different people. I'm gonna send you. I would say that you have heard a poem, and I'm gonna send you that on Zoom.
Well, there's 3 different ones.
Have you not heard of the Lord of the Hunt before?
No, have you?
Well, only stories.
The only stories I know are about demons.
I suppose he could be considered. I guess Kelvin would describe him as nice. What about the poem? What's the poem called? First line?
It's just called The Lord of the Hunt.
The poem, The Lord of the Hunt.
No, only stories and stuff I know are stuff around Lesia, so it's Horlim and Moradin and the building of the gates and that stuff.
Well, I was taught the poem as it's kind of a lesson. Do you know the game Cat and Mouse? That's why I know it.
How does the poem go?
Of
The
course you
Bane?
know poems.
Of course I know poems. Poems are important to impart knowledge, thoughts, and thinking. How
So
do you
tell
impart
us-
knowledge? Blow them up, I suppose.
Generally write it down in a normal way.
Poems are written down.
Just tell us the poem.
Just want you to appreciate that poems are important.
I feel even with as much time as we will get, we're still wasting the eternity.
Right, okay. How does it go? The baying of the shadow hounds, thundering hoof beats, a brassy horn. Note the wild hunt is coming, and pity its quarry.
So we need to look for the sound of hounds and horses.
Well, it sounds like if we hear that, we might be the quarry, so preferably
Yes,
we
then
don't hear that.
want to hear that.
Oh. Well,
Although it would probably turn up quite quick, but maybe not the way we'd want it to.
But what if we hunt something? Do you think that would get their attention? Would it be a bad thing or a good thing to do that?
Look, I don't
Take
know
the
how this place
territory?
works, but if he's the Lord of the Hunt and we go hunting, we'd have to offer him something. Do hunters do that? Back in the other realm?
I think if we take his kill, we will be killed.
Yeah, we don't want to
don't
hunt
wanna
what
take
he's
his prey.
hunting.
Doesn't mean
Yeah.
we can't offer him a kill as a prize? But what's
Yeah.
worthy of a prize of Lord of the Hunt?
And is the void dragon still visible?
Give me a perception check.
18.
You can see the void dragon. in the very far distance.
What about that?
Want to make it a prey?
I
We're gonna
think-
die.
I
We are
think
going.
you-
We're gonna die. We're going to die.
Do you have a hat you can put on? I think your brain's malfunctioning. If you think that we're going anywhere near that,
Salem's just.
I'm
even
just
the wee
looking
fella
at
thinks
it.
there's a bad idea. Nope.
What
I
is he
reach out,
saying?
try and put. No, you're not that tall. It's fine. I just block your line of sight. We're not doing that.
In Selena's
way.
defense, that is probably worthy of the Lord of the Hunt.
Yeah.
Right, but there's. I mean, just look how big it is.
So if we can't offer him anything that he would really like,
We don't get him on board.
we don't get him
Well, a
on
change
board.
of season means a change of prey, so he might be happy with that anyway, and we'll just say the Snow Queen did it, Her Crystalline Majesty. So if you want to go and
Kelvin, I feel like you're lying to yourself. Everything's kind of clear. Everything seems to fall in order. We need to find the Lord of the Hunt. We need to offer him something. Something has appeared.
I don't know if it's the best decision though.
I
Right.
say we do it.
I say we maybe see we find him. Why don't we just see where the music takes us? Start there, see how it goes.
Don't
I would agree with
Wait,
that. We
don't-
The
don't
music
know
has
if
taken us here to this
don't
conclusion.
hunters hunt bears?
I'm not gonna
Sometimes.
make myself pray.
We're not gonna
What
hunt
if we
Ignia.
offered him? What if we offered him the King of Bears?
Oh.
But we need him on board.
No, wait, listen. The King of Bears must have a successor of some sort. If we can somehow defeat the King of Bears, give the head of the King of Bears to the hunter, get him on board, and then we just have the Witch Queen.
I feel like they're lords, kings, and ladies for a
I have
reason.
to say, Fanny, that's really deeply well thought about. Applause.
Well, I'm just gonna put it out there that if it was that easy for us to deal with, then the Snow Queen would just click her fingers and subjugate him. I don't think she would need us to go anywhere near him if we had the ability to kill the Bear King. I assume he's just as powerful as her or in that range, and I don't think with the entire city of St. Helena we could. I don't think it'd be a good idea. Let's
What
just
do we
put it
have
that way.
that the Ice Queen doesn't have?
A bunch of unicorns,
Us.
one of which is diamond.
Son.
The way we move through, the way we exist. Sure, we can't kill the Lord, but we can offer them things.
Right.
What's everybody's passive perception?
17.
10.
What? It can't be 10.
But 10?
It's
Wow.
really bad.
What's your wisdom score?
0. That's 11. There's the
Yeah.
wisdom modifier is.
And you don't have the
0.
perception skill, right?
No.
Yeah. All right. 15's my passive.
I have 15.
Okay. Tristana, you notice the dew on your arm as you're talking, which has been sort of it looks like water droplets, basically, on your skin, is starting to run. And it's not falling off of your arm just yet, but it is starting to turn into drips.
Okay. We've moved. In time, I think. Maybe.
We've wasted our time.
Look at your arm.
We have to go.
Like to say it doesn't want back.
If we don't have enough
Just
time and we
go.
can't. If we can't get everything for the Ice Queen. Do we have to just go and get the Queen ourselves?
Wanderer, can you take us to the Queen?
Yeah, lead the way. We'll continue our journey.
I will take you the fastest way to reach the Queen. As you have asked of me, so shall it be.
Yeah, I think regardless of what we plan,
He's like starting to climb up onto the shore now.
Yeah, I'm saying this in a group. I think as much as we plan, it's clear from what we've seen so far that we kind of need to just let this place happen or something. My head's starting to
What are
hurt
you trying
again.
to say?
Right,
Why is it
so-
hurting? You just go, and it happens.
Right, so let's not waste any more time. Let's just go. Like, climb up on the shore after the Wanderer.
Okay. You guys start to move through the trees. Do 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 do.
I don't like that.
Okay. You begin to wander through the trees. The snow is starting to sort of turn to like sort of freezing rain as you guys are moving through the trees. It's a bit warmer. And as you guys meander, you can smell like a very sort of earthy kind of smell. It seems kind of like a thicker part of the forest that you wander through. And you can see these sort of huge trees again, massive trees all about you as the wanderer leads the way. In front of you, you can see a downed tree, rocks, and you guys are kind of walking through a ravine at this point. A ridge to the north and one to the south, at least from your perspective, north being up, south being down. The smell of mushrooms is pervasive. You guys can smell that sort of mildewy, mushroomy kind of smell of decay and such as you move through here. And everybody can give me a perception check. (26) from Tristana, 9 from Ignia, a 19 from Selena, and a 9 from Kelvin.
Kelvin and Ignia are very into each other right now, clearly. Oh, and Salem?
Buster.
I guess I don't know. if
You
there's
can
any-
roll for Salem, sure.
It's just a wisdom one then. Oh, well, look at that.
20 from Salem. Tristana, you are almost positive that you hear things moving about through the trees. It sounds like some skittering.
Do you hear that? And I immediately go and hide, take some cover.
Okay,
I want to stealth in.
I
give me a stealth check.
get Buster. Big boy. Get him to switch into his other form.
He's been in his big boy form. You haven't told him to switch
okay.
back.
Okay, sweet.
I just had the wrong icon there. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. 21. Okay. Okay. The Wanderer stops. The music continues to play, He inclines his head.
I assume that you hear that as well, but you're not concerned. Do you remember it right?
I want to use ghostly gaze to see through solid objects at a range of 30 feet to be able to see what the fuck is going on.
Sure.
Can I not click this? Yeah. It lasts for a minute, so. Or actually until my concentration ends, yeah.
Okay. So you up in the trees, you can see some sort of bulbous looking shapes, quite large, moving about.
We have company up in the trees.
Bad company?
They kind of look like frogs.
Give me a nature check.
They're bulbous, right? They're just big old fucking. Wow.
Definitely fucking
Yep.
frogs.
Yeah, frogs.
frogs.
Definitely frogs.
Oh, I don't need to worry about frogs.
No, I don't think they're good frogs.
They're bad frogs.
Bad frogs. And.
I want to look up, see if I can see them from where I'm hiding.
Okay. I'd like you to position yourself on the map where you're hiding. Okay, under the big dead tree that's fallen on the cliffside there. Okay. Fair enough.
I'd like to change my mind.
It's too late for you.
Okay,
Those frogs seem nice, don't they?
sure. Give me a perception check.
What the fuck's the problem with nice? Come on.
Just nice.
Listen, Zagoticus, it's fine.
That's different. It wasn't like it was like, you're...
Whack, take inspiration, please.
No, don't give him that. He'll fuck us so hard.
I don't need inspiration to fuck you hard.
That's hot.
Whack daddy.
25. You look up into the trees, but you immediately notice that above the log that has fallen over, there is a very nasty looking spider, a giant one, crawling on the other side of this log.
So definitely not frogs.
Definitely not frogs.
Has it noticed me?
Maybe.
Okay. How do I stay stealthy and tell people there's a giant fucking spider here? Spells. I don't have anything of use. I'm just gonna keep an eye on it. No one can see me. Can anyone see me? I'm like looking at them, seeing if they can see me. I'm just stealth. This is stupid.
If only you had the message spell.
Yeah, you kind of just slinked off.
Yeah.
So I don't think
Yeah.
we were keeping an eye on you. So no, not with a 21. No one has a passive higher than that.
I get out a notepad and I write, "There's a giant fucking spider here," and I shoot an arrow right next to.
Not quite.
Okay, I'm gonna lay in wait.
Right. So
Oh, can I ready an action?
You sure can.
Okay. I'm gonna ready. If this spider goes offensive against the party, I'm gonna attack it.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna put a hunter's mark on it.
Ooh,
But
can
that's
you
a bonus
spam-
action.
Can you spam your hunter's mark for me, please?
Can. But that's a bonus action, so I don't know if I need to say I attack it.
Concentration. Yeah, there's no saving throw, so I don't think it can sense it.
Oh, so I could just do it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll do
it's
that.
not there's no there's no saving throw, so it can't sense that you do this.
Okay then. It is hunted. Yeah, I done that thing that I can't say. I did that. That's what I've done.
Okay.
Hunter's mark.
But I'm still gonna ready if it goes aggressive. I'm gonna.
Okie doke.
Right. Can someone point to one of these bad frogs?
I point to one of the bad frogs, but he can't see me.
So
I'm just gonna.
Tristana's like,
I'm just gonna point to the trees like directly where I can see the outline of it.
All right. Well, we might have to fight. So
yeah,
Like-
there's one that's basically like up in the tree this way. Oops, I'm just realizing I'm on the GM layer. It's right there, up in the
Okay.
tree up there.
I got a bomb. Ready. We're probably gonna have to fight. So I'm gonna chuck this.
Well, wait, don't chuck again. Don't chuck again. Mr. Wanderer, are these friendly or are they foes?
Your perception alters your reality.
Are we in danger?
That depends on how the music is played.
So how's it playing?
So go ahead and play.
I do not play this song.
Oh. Well, I think we play it safe. We can try and sneak through, and maybe the frogs don't see us.
I could. I could dimension door us like past where this whole area is. To just
should
over
probably-
there.
You
I
should
don't know
probably
if
save
that
your
works.
energy.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I can do this, but only for me. Let's just move forward, but keep our eyes open. Watch the trees. Maybe we can get through without getting their attention.
Whack, I'm gonna send you something just you might want to know while I'm hiding.
I start walking forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you start walking forward.
Quietly now.
Sure. Kelvin, give me a stealth check, please.
Don't fail me, stealth check. I believe in you.
Buster's
It's
walking
a
along right
natural
behind.
one for foxes.
You always fuck this up.
I don't think there have
PG.
been
I mean, Scoticus.
there have been so many nat ones rolled in this fucking
There
game.
really have.
This
Yeah.
episode.
I just so you guys
And I
know,
feel the majority of Scoticus. that
Just
don't.
We're
so you-
just bumbling through the fucking.
just so you guys
Shadowfey.
know, just so you guys know, this episode had a potential to be extremely different than what happened. Extremely
Because of the
different.
tier.
Like better for us?
Different. Very different.
I was kinda-
There is no better or worse. It's just the way that happens.
Like maybe
Yeah,
not
just the flow of the
snow
fucking
clean it off.
river.
Yeah,
God
I was
fucking
aiming.
damn
I
it.
was aiming for the different, but then it just went the other way. I
So-
think I was aiming for.
Kelvin, you walk forward.
I step on like a huge stick.
Then you trip and fall.
I like.
Are you okay?
Buster says,
Fine.
you hear chittering above you,
Sure.
Kelvin. Hanging
Like-
down from a silk spider web. You see this
Oh my.
white and blue like spider appear dangling from the trees.
I click my bomb and.
No, no, it's sleeping. No,
You threw the bomb! Hooray!
no.
Please,
I'm
everybody,
different.
roll
No.
initiative.
Damn it.
Hooray! Hooray! Hooray!
I fell.
Nick.
I stood
It
up.
was sleeping. And
This
I'm
is what happened. I
injured.
fall. I stand up and look, and there's a fucking spider like above me. Of course, I'm gonna fucking panic and just throw shit.
Son of a bitch.
Oops. Sorry.
I better not have that shit all the time when I shapeshift that it's random because that completely fucks up my entire combat in general.
We will see.
I was twice useless.
I'll
I'm just
roll again
gonna
and change
take
it.
a shot of fucking sugar right now
Oh.
to just fucking.
You doing a shot of the old maple?
Actually, I have sprinkles that I've just been eating
Oh,
out of stress.
Well, Peachy and Zagoticus and myself are used to Bobby's character from Warped. He literally just shot some maple.
You know what?
He's Canadian.
It's-
He made a
it's-
Canadian character.
He even
I
tries to
know, he's-
murder people under his command with maple syrup.
Yeah, he made Peachy have diabetes.
Fair.
Doot 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 doot. Don't worry, guys. It'll be fine.
Definitely.
It'll be fine. Doot 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 doot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Don't meta.
Sorry.
No, you're not.
just
Shut
for the
up.
chat.
Don't count. Look, Scott, because if I can't count, you're not allowed to.
Okay,
Fucking
Kelvin, you toss the bomb.
spiders.
Go ahead. Give me your attack.
Yeah, I'd have done one of these to keep with the theme.
God fucking
Well,
damn it.
do I get advantage? Was it
Can we
indeed?
kick Zagoticus from this, please?
Was it indeed
No.
unaware of my presence?
No, it wasn't asleep.
Right, okay, that's fine then. I don't feel as bad.
It started.
Man, I'm not
it
having
was,
a good day.
it was starting to talk. By the way, you didn't roll for Buster. Just as a
He
plan.
goes on mine.
Oh yeah. Let's give him a turn on here. So
He was starting to talk?
He was starting to talk. The spider was starting to talk.
Talk.
Spider was going to talk.
It was
That's-
starting to talk before you threw the bomb.
I missed
Okay.
him though, so it drops at my feet.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Oops, I
that's a big
totally-
spider.
The one by you,
I thought
Tristana,
it was frogs.
starts to move. You can see it crawl over the other side of the.
I don't see anything else behind besides that one big spider on the map, by the way.
That's cool.
Is that correct?
It is. Oh, there's another one. Wow, they're big. Okay.
Oh, fuck.
So yeah, this one starts to crawl over the log, Tristana. You can see it starting to make its motion towards the group. Hasn't technically attacked anyone yet.
If it's not moving towards them offensively, it doesn't. My action doesn't say go off, right? Because I specifically said if it goes offensive.
Yeah.
Did Calvin freeze himself with that bomb, by the way? Is he just...
It doesn't freeze, unfortunately. Be super nice if it did, but
Chat is asking if the flying frogs join the fight.
They're frogs. That's what they are.
Sorry, I'm reading this.
Are you trying to see if that thing I sent you?
No, not that at all. Yeah, it's definitely heading towards Kelvin. And yeah, it's definitely moving towards him in a hostile fashion, Tristana.
Oh, hostile? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
then my attack goes off.
Go for it.
Got a lot of shit here. I need this one. No, wrong one. This one. Roll, you bastard. Why won't you roll? Oh, because I'm clicking the wrong fucking thing.
You're clicking the equipment instead of the item.
No!
Yeah.
You don't know that.
I've done it before, I know.
Just gonna.
19 is a hit.
So that's that damage. Was it a D6 for Hunter's Mark? Let me double check.
it's D6. Been watching.
You're
Critical
just using it as a
Season
regular? You used it as a
Oh,
regular
wait.
one.
Do I get...
You get it at higher levels, it's more, but... Or,
no, it's just a level 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
D6.
Do I get advantage, by the way, from being in stealth?
Yes.
I will roll again. And then I'll do D6. That one.
25. Still a hit.
I was hoping for a crit.
Doesn't everybody, though? Like, everyone's hoping for the crit. Okay.
You get 2 attacks, right?
No, this is just my
This is his,
held action.
yeah, this is his held action.
Yeah, but your held action is to take the attack action, and the wording is whenever you take the attack action, you hit twice rather than once, right? For multi-attack stuff?
I have extra attack. Let me read. What does that say?
Yeah, I don't know if she
it
doesn't
just-
have
it doesn't say
multi-attack. She just has extra attack. Let me see.
You can attack twice instead of once whenever you use the attack action in your turn. Maybe that's just the way
It's not my
up
turn
came
though,
up.
is it? I'm jumping
On your
ahead of-
turn. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
GM's ruling.
It does say on your turn, and it's not a turn technically. So I think it's fair for it to be just one.
I'm really pissed off that all of my stuff closed when my power went out. Sorry it's taking me so long to look stuff up. I legit had everything open before we started.
Yeah.
You know,
I hate that when you have to restart a PC and everything. You're like, oh, where is that? It's not there.
when you
because I
DM one
closed
of these
down.
shows and you run production and everything, it's like I have like a billion things open and it's just so fucking annoying. Okay, so yeah, it's just the one attack. Okay, so the arrow sails out towards the spider. It sort of like dances around as it gets hit.
Yeah, and I'm gonna. Oh no, it was just that.
Okay. It heads towards Kelvin, and I guess it's kind of like dancing around a bit, like as it gets hit. Maybe it thinks Kelvin did it. I don't know, but it goes to attack Kelvin.
They don't talk with us at all, right? They just. I guess
That opportunity, that ship has sailed. Okay, let's
It was
see.
going aggressive to Kelvin. I have to use my attack.
This is a plus 20 to hit. All
Yeah,
right.
that's a hit.
Please. This is going to be poison damage. So please make a...
Con?
It should be con. It's actually not listed in here, but it should be con.
I'm a dwarf, so I get
Yeah.
this advantage.
Con. Yep. And even if you fail, you take... You do fail.
My
A 9
rolling
from
is
Kelvin.
so bad today.
Oh, wow. Kelvin is sucking it up real big. Okay. Yes.
Big fucking surprise.
Yeah. Well, listen. Look at it like this. If Peachy's rolling well, that usually means the rest of the group is rolling like shit.
In my defense, I've mostly rolled stuff I'm good at.
I don't think
Yeah, but even
anybody
so, you
cares.
normally roll those like shit, but you just have a huge bonus. That's what
Okay.
Drabdar was built around.
So let's see. Wow,
That's
I
why I
rolled the
hated
same fucking thing. How hilarious is that? I rolled physical dice. Okay, so 7 piercing and 21 poison.
For some reason I can't round. Do we round down or up?
Down.
Okay, so 17.
Take 17 damage. Okay, and as a bonus action, it phases.
Which direction does it face?
It disappears from your sight, from Ignea's sight, from, I believe, Tristana's sight. But, Selena, you can see it in the ethereal plane. Next.
They're a little face. Aw.
Look at her little face.
She thinks she's people.
Okay. This
Where'd it
one-
go?
This one goes over here.
I think it was right where it was. It's just
Uh,
phased.
This one starts to climb over towards you, Tristana, and it will then phase into the ethereal plane. It's your turn, Tristana.
I'm going to hide. I guess I'd like to hide behind the party somewhere. Wait, how much can I move? 30, right? There.
Now, keep in mind, if you move through the trees, that's considered difficult terrain.
Oh, wait, haven't I got a thing that allows me to move through difficult terrain?
This is the forest. So if forest is your preferred terrain.
I've got like a couple. It made me keep picking them. And,
It made me keep picking.
Explorer. It made me. Starting at 8th level, moving through non-magical difficult terrain costs you no extra movement. You
Okay.
can also pass through plants without being slowed,
Gotcha.
or taking damage if they have thorns.
Gotcha. Okay, so just normal.
It was net 30, and I'd like to try and hide into the like the gnarls and knots of the tree.
Okay, give me a stealth check. Now you're using this as an action. You're not a rogue,
Yes.
so you don't have the
Yes.
rogue bullshit here.
Oh, I'm still on advantage. Do I get advantage with that shit I sent? Or because they're magic, I don't know.
That's only if you're using that. Are you using that to attack?
It's what do you mean using it? It's
You have to equip it.
Yeah, it's on my back. I've
No.
always got this with me.
Negative. You need to be using that as your weapon.
Where does it say that? Where, I ask you?
The bearer's vital signs. The bearer.
Hmm.
You're not bearing the weapon.
Oh, okay. That's what that means.
Yes.
That one's got more damage. But that one is pretty cool.
Make
It
a
takes an
decision.
action to change your weapon, doesn't it?
No.
It doesn't? Oh,
Nope.
okay. I'll use this one.
Okay.
Stealth.
Okay. Alrighty. Kelvin.
I hate it when he's like, yeah, okay. Like, well, yeah, well, what does that mean? Whack.
Okay. I can only see the one up in the tree next to me, right?
Correct.
Okay. Then how high up is it currently? Just so I can get
10
my
feet.
ranges. All right. So in that case, it means it's 20 feet from me and 35 from Buster. Yeah, I'll just the other one came and bit me, so I'm gonna chuck bombs up at this one.
17 is a hit.
Nice. For 11 cold damage. If there's any of them within 10 feet of that, then they also have to make a dex save or take 11.
Sorry, just reading one thing.
Yeah. I'll roll my second attack as well. 18. For
Okay. Yeah, so
13 damage.
you said within how much feet? It's 10 feet?
Yeah, within 10 feet of the creature.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So for 11 damage on the first one.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is also hit for an additional 13 damage.
At least my damage rolls are decent.
But yeah, I'm sure everybody's super happy about that.
Little
Okay.
snowflakes fall around it.
You see it.
And then Buster will he'll move, and then he'll tongue attack the spider.
Oh, yeah, tongue attack.
A 31
31 is a hit.
for 11 necrotic damage.
Okay.
I am.
And it just kind of smacks into the spider with such force you can hear cracking as its carapace sort of cracks. The spider kind of like wiggles about a bit, and Buster brings it back.
Mm-hmm.
The spider dies.
All right, then that's our turn.
Okie doke.
I like this Buster. I'll need to figure out if I can make him a bandit hub at some point.
Necrotic damage is pretty cool.
Okie doke. Ignia. By the way, Selena, you can see that there are a lot of these things.
How many?
There's at least 3, 4, 5. There's 7 of them that you can see.
Did we defeat them all? I don't see any.
No. There's a lot. Oh, this is a bad idea.
Yeah, they seem to be converging towards Kelvin.
Kelvin, just,
Them look very nice.
they
What do I
could
do?
have, we could have gotten through here, damn it. Just
Run!
Run where? Where are we
Run!
going?
Through the forest! Run!
I guess I'll just start running then. How far away? That was here. How far do we run?
Hold the space bar. If you use your action to dash, that's double your movement speed, and that's your whole turn.
Okay.
One back.
Oops, sorry. Yeah, it was not on the space.
Okay. Ignia just starts rushing through the... You can hear the pine needles kind of crunching away. Okay. Do, 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 do. Oh, it's not your turn yet, Selena.
No, I know. I'm just trying to gauge it. Just trying to gauge the amount I can run. Just right through there. Just right through here.
Okay. It's your turn.
Okay, I'm dashing.
Okay. Yeah, so you can see that there's two like immediately in front of Kelvin, and
Oh,
there's
God.
one behind Ignia.
Behind Igni. Oh crap! Come on. Okay, then I'm not running. Oh crap.
So it's like, not that way.
No. Okay.
You said this is on all the time, right? You can see all this all the time. And by the way, you did not roll for Salem.
What initiative?
Yeah.
He's with me.
Okay.
Yeah, he's always with me. God damn it. Oh God. Okay. I'm going to Eldritch Blast the one. I'm gonna turn to the one that did Kelvin kill the one? Oh yeah, no, it's got
Buster.
eaten by Buster. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna look at the one that's like beside Kelvin that I could see. I'm gonna be like, I'm so sorry, and I'm like gonna run past here, 30 feet ish.
Okay.
I'm gonna go there.
Sure. You're going to stand inside one of the spiders?
Okay, maybe not. Okay, then I'm gonna go fucking... I can't see them right now.
I
They're
know
not
that-
on my map.
I know. But there's no way that I can show them to you and not to
I
everybody
know.
else. So.
Ugh, I know. Okay.
Are you suggesting?
I'm just gonna run. I'm just gonna run through them.
1,000% would metagame. 1,000.
I'm just gonna run all the way through them.
Buster ate it, no problem. I don't think we need to run.
Nope. There are so many. There
Yeah,
are so many of them.
You're standing right next to one. Just
God
an FYI.
damn it. God. Okay, where can I like move
You can go.
safely?
You can move there. Yeah. I mean, technically, you're moving safely right now. I mean, they're in the ethereal plane.
I mean, fucking okay. Well, you know what? We're just gonna move there. We're gonna move there, and we're gonna hope for the best.
Sure.
Okay. We're just gonna.
Salem is just.
See them? They're everywhere, man. Just stay with me. Stay with me.
Yes, and to your right, you can see one crawling down off of the cliff.
No. I'm so sorry. We really didn't mean any harm. Oh no. No.
And it will strike out at you and try to bite you.
No. I just want to be friends. God
A
damn
6 is a miss.
it. Is definitely a miss.
And it
Does my plea to be friends make him not hit me?
No. It stays in this plane. Stays in this plane. Okay. It's not your turn yet, Tristana. We got a few to go. Let's see. This one.
I'm waiting for him to make one appear where I've just hidden. I feel it in my bones. That's what's gonna happen.
So they can't take attacks of opportunity when they're in the ethereal plane then?
Correct.
Okay, noted.
So, Salem is in your bag? Where is he?
He's like holding on to my shoulder, man. He's like flopping
Okay.
around behind me.
Oh no, that's
And this one tries to bite you. Salem's just.
no.
That's
That
a 16. Please make a con save.
19.
Okay, make the con save. You're gonna take half as much of this poison damage. That's it's 23 damage.
I'm unconscious. Yep, I'm unconscious
Why the fuck are you unconscious?
because I only had 22 health. We didn't have time to heal in the time from our last fight.
I did mention like
Why do you think I'm
loads of
hiding?
hints about resting.
Why do you think I'm running?
Selena falls to the ground. Thud. The next one is this one. He's dead. This one, right next to Kelvin, pops out of the ethereal plane and tries to bite you, Kelvin. An 8 is a miss. Stays in this plane. This one here climbs down and will phase to the material plane with its bonus action, and it will attack you, Kelvin. A 7. Oh my god, you're so lucky. Tristana.
I'm going to attack the one with the hunter's mark, which I assume is still this one.
You are accurate.
Okay. Well, we'll find out if I'm accurate right now.
I mean, you've got like plus 1,000 to everything, so
And I get advantage because I'm stealth. Am I still? Well, do I get advantage? Let's just say.
you do.
I'm not gonna meta, but I'm still hidden, guys. It's the short bow. Bow of shards is a short bow. Yes, this one.
20 is a hit.
Okay. 6.
Alrighty.
Hunter's mark. And then second attack.
29. You lose your advantage on the second attack, however. You don't keep your advantage.
Right.
After
okay,
you've
so 13.
popped out. Yeah, 13 is a hit.
Ooh. 11.
How do you kill it?
So I guess the first one I shoot it right in the butt, and as it like turns to see what just hit it, like directly through one of its eyes, just arrow just sticking there as it twitches, crumples over.
Falls to the ground.
And then I'm gonna move there.
Okay.
Are these stumps or trees?
Trees.
Okay.
Yeah, I just did that because
Yeah,
if
so
I
you
did
can
the canopies, it would cover the whole map. Okay. All right, fair enough. Yeah, so you're not a rogue. Again, you can't like take the hide action after you do these things. And once you've taken your shot, you're no longer hidden. Kelvin.
I will reach out to the one next to me and grab its leg.
Oh damn! I forgot to use my bonus action. Can I?
Too late. It's not my
Could-
fault.
No, my hunter's
Rip.
mark.
Too late. You should have paid attention.
And I'm
Okay.
guessing a fuck off.
Well played.
Wow, how
Well
is this possible?
played.
How many fails have you? I think
Today's
it's
not a
best
good
we
day
end the
for all.
session and get a new dive for
I
Scoticus.
think for this one, you're gonna take some damage because this is so many fails. We need to inflict a penalty here. Yeah.
It's a spell I'm casting though.
Chat is asking if Calvin's drunk,
I'm not
and I think he
doing
did
that
say
well.
he's sober, so that's why he keeps missing.
I mean, I
Please
think
roll
he's
for
drunk
your-
in love.
Please roll for your inflict wounds damage.
I see, it would have been 23, which is so good.
Well, it is really good. Just it's bad in this situation because you do that to yourself. Yeah. Maybe it's been so long since you've cast this spell, you mess up a word or something, and instead of the translation meaning that, it's me.
Stop.
Well, I will try and lawyer my smart alchemy whenever a spell or bomb that would deal damage to a creature that is not hostile to you, it takes no damage instead. I'm
No.
not hostile to myself.
Sorry, buddy. You've rolled so
And
many
lawyer
ones.
half damage?
We've
The ones are punishment
you-
enough, Mark. You don't have to pile it on, for fuck's sake.
Hey, listen, just be happy I'm not using the cards, man.
It's
Just be
funny
happy
when
I'm
it's
not
not
using the
happening to
cards.
you.
Yeah.
Then
So yeah, you feel yourself like feel this horrible racking pain throughout your body.
Calvin, are you okay?
I will reach down into my belt. I just need to check and see if
Do you need a health potion?
I don't need. I've got one, so I'm reaching down
You
into
like
my
turn
belt
around.
now.
I love how you ask Kelvin. Like Selena's on the ground. She's got like foam coming out of her mouth. Like
This is
I-
fine. I'm fine. I'm fine.
She's fine.
Gonna sneeze.
Igna, you can't lie.
bless you.
Okay. I
Bless.
Exactly.
yeah, I drink a greater healing potion. My bonus action.
It's the best noise.
And then Buster, I guess, will tongue attack the guy who I tried to attack. I believe in you, Buster. You're gonna save us all. Tongue him. A
That's
30.
it. It's a good thing he's got what, a plus 11?
A plus 12, yeah. For 14 necrotic, and it needs to make a strength save or be.
Which one were you trying to attack?
Yeah, that one.
This guy? Okay. Okay.
And I'm gonna get him to pull it like around, so it's in a. Okay, he doesn't pull it.
Its legs dig into the ground as Buster.
And that's our turn.
Okay. The other phase spider. That's actually right nearby you, Kelvin. Whoop. Pops onto the material plane and will try to bite you. A 10 is a miss. Ignia.
Well, as I can now see them, I'm going to. So I can just use a health potion on Selena, right?
Sure.
Will she then come back to life? I've never done this. This is just me asking.
Well, if you've never done this before, you're not sure. You'll have to try.
God damn it, you guys are the worst. Sorry, Selena. I'll come save you later. I can't do this for sure. Otherwise, I'll waste it.
Wait, Mac, just say it in the voice of Ignia, because she can't lie.
I'll get to you later. You'll be fine. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to transform into a Triceratops. Let's roll the dice and see what I become next.
Next time, because we're out of time today. We're out of time. We'll see what Ignia transforms into on the next episode of Tablestory, the Seventh Eon. We'll see, guys. We'll see. As Selena's on the ground, Ignia ignores her. Selena's foaming at the mouth.
Well, I didn't get an answer if an health potion would have worked.
That's right. Just go with the solid.
It might not work, so fuck her. You know what I mean? Like,
No, I was
rather than-
like, first
rather
I'll
than-
get rid of the threat, then I'll heal.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, but you
With
remember those
friends
death
like
saving
these.
throws? Death saving throws are a thing. Oh, right, yeah.
We'll be fine. We got
Every-
the Wanderer. He's gonna kill everything,
Everything will
right?
be
That's
fine.
part of the deal.
He's done fuck all. Fuck.
Play us.
They won't even give
Oh.
us a straight answer, but he'll save us.
Dude sat there while we got murdered by fucking little shanky dudes, and then now he's sitting there
Shit.
waiting while we get murdered
I
by
just wanna
fucking
point out-
spider
He's,
dudes.
he's making the soundtrack for the fight. It's a very important job.
That when we got our time thing fixed, I tried to drop as many hints to you guys as possible. I'd taken a short rest, and you just blew right over them. I just didn't want to say, let's take a short rest. I said, let's take a breather for a minute. Maybe we sit for a minute. Look up to this. I had to get tried 3 or 4
Say
times.
a short rest, damn it.
No, I don't want to meta.
Oh
A minute
my
is not an
God.
hour.
It's not necessarily meta. You could just be saying, I want to take a short rest.
Yeah, I know, but it's on that line, and I don't like skirting
It's
that.
not. No, like you can. We're still playing a game.
Hey, if you don't want to, if you're near dead and you don't want to heal up, that's on you. I was happy with my health amount.
What? I literally said we should rest, and everyone's like, "No, we got to get to the River King." So I'm like, "Fuck me, I guess. Let's go to the
Yeah,
River
but
King."
after
And
the
then-
River King,
Please,
I wanted to
fucking-
rest beforehand as well. Listen, I tried to help you.
You see,
out.
Vandy, when you were hinting, suggesting at it, Scotticus didn't want to, but now that he was hinting, he wanted to. So it's different.
I don't recall you saying let's rest and we
I
go on the
actually
shore.
want to smash my head into my computer right now
We'll see what happens next
while
time,
foaming
guys.
at the mouth.
Why don't we go around the room and let's do some shout outs to wrap things up. Vandy, would you like to start us off?
No. No.
Do it anyway.
Okay. Hi guys, I'm Vandy. I tried to play Selena for you today. Can't really do much on that anymore, I guess. I'm frustrated. And okay, it's fine. Everything's fine. You can find me at twitch.tv/OMGVandy or on Twitter, on the twitters.com. You can just find me. It's OMGVandy everywhere. I play on Fridays in a Warhammer campaign on Metamancer's channel, and I'm going to be doing a one-shot on Encounter Roleplay tomorrow, which is also a Warhammer one, so pretty exciting. It is tomorrow, right? Like, I'm not
Tomorrow's
crazy.
Monday?
Tomorrow's Monday. I'm trying to
Monday
make
the
sure.
23rd?
Should be tomorrow. But yeah. Let me double check that. It should be tomorrow.
Okie doke. Zagondicus.
Hey everybody, I think I got 4 crit fails at least this game. So that's something. If you guys enjoy my crit fails and my roleplay, make sure you follow here on Tablestory. I'm here Saturday, Sundays, and Mondays doing various roleplays, and sometimes I'm a stoner space engineer, and other times I'm a small folk cleric, and other times I'm Kelvin bumbling along trying to save the world. So make sure you tune in for all the shows here on Tablestory. They're all great cast, great GMs, all the rest of it. If you want to hang out with me, twitch.tv/Zgodicus. I do things on my channel. We hang out and have a good time, and love one another. Doesn't matter if we have natural ones. We have each other, and we have love. Here's an internet hug.
I will kick your ass.
Peachy.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. That whole River King Ice Queen thing was so fucking cool, Wack. That was badass. I really enjoyed that bit. I hope you guys enjoyed me, just me, no one else, because Vandy's nearly dead. Scotticus is too subtle for his own good, and Mac can't lie. That's true, actually. Follow me on twitch.tv/PeachyPixelate, and I will tell you more stories about how Macquanus can't lie every single day of my stream. Every single day.
Mac.
Hi, I'm Aquatis and I played Ignia. This is going to shit. I don't know. I mean, I think we'll be fine. I mean, we've been in situations where people die and come back up and die and get back up and die and get back up and die and back up. So I'm just keeping it in this is fine. But you can find me on twitch.tv/Maquanas. I'll be playing more Just Dance and more Fire Emblem, so I hope to see you guys there. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. I'm Wacksteven. I am the GM of Doom, and I have dragged these guys kicking and screaming through the adventure today. Thank you, as always, chat, for being wonderful. Thank you for hanging out with us. We love you. Thank you so much for being here and being part of this. This is episode 16. This is episode 16. Only 3 more episodes to the end of this season. 3 more episodes. So we'll see what happens, folks. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Thank you to Mac. Thank you, Peachy. Thank you, Zagonicus. Thank you, Vandy, for being awesome role players. I appreciate you. If you haven't done so, please follow these wonderful people. Follows are free. And if you have yourself an Amazon Prime and you haven't linked it to Twitch, you get yourself a free Twitch sub that you can give to somebody. Consider giving it to one of these wonderful people. They deserve it. And if you want to help Tablestory at all, if you want to support Tablestory, keep me alive, that would be super awesome. You can go ahead and check out our Patreon, where we've got lots of wonderful rewards and all different kinds of different tiers. We also have recently put up the MP3 archive for several of the shows. Emma has been kind enough to donate her time while Brad berates her on a daily basis, and she has edited the MP3s and put them up on a private Dropbox link for our patrons. So all you have to do is pay $1, and there's a welcome gift from Brad Wodo. He went ahead and made a special one-shot. So there's a one-shot there that you guys can get for $1, as well as the MP3 archives. So consider doing that, and hopefully we'll see you guys next time. Tomorrow we got the Nameless Ones at 4 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully we'll see you then. Bye, everybody. Peace out.
Later, dudes.
Bye.
Peace.